Hello and welcome to Actual Play UK. I am your host and your DM, Richard. It says in my notes here, follow, subscribe. So why not? Why not follow us now? Why not subscribe now instead of waiting right to the end of the video where it makes no sense to subscribe? Give Actual Play UK your Amazon Prime Twitch subscription now. Wait expectantly. Hello and welcome. It's all right. I won't check. I'm sure you're all doing it. It's a delight to have you here, viewer. The internet says you're out there. I have with me three lovely, talented, and above all, here players. I have Chris.
Hello! Hi, my name is Chris. I use he, him pronouns. I am an illustrator, a writer, a general nerd, and when I'm not here playing Sir Reginald Rhombos, the undead paladin, I have the honor and joy of being the main storyteller and dungeon master on some other heroes.
Fantastic. And I have Shiv.
Hello, I'm Shiv, and I also use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Warden, the robot cleric. I forgot what class I was.
That's right, so is Warden.
Yeah, precisely. And yeah, I often podcast on the two Kobolds and Trenchcoat podcast. Thank you.
Fantastic. And we also have V. Say hello, V.
Hello, I am not Sarah, I'm sorry to say, but I am here, which is nice, representing League of Stoopid, playing Betty Numpo, who is a gnome druid.
Fantastic. And I am, of course, Richard from the D20 Future Show. I say, of course, as if you've all heard of me. I mean, honestly, if you post on any social media platform, you've probably come across my nonsense. I will be running Drakes on a Plane, which is a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure, available on the DM's Guild. I wrote it. Will you be playing that? We have probably it's worth doing a quick recap of the story. I say story. You've sort of, just continue to smash things until I've told you, yes, you've reached the end of the room. But who would like to tell me? In fact, first, we'll introduce characters. That seems like the thing to do. Chris, tell us about your character in a bit more detail and what ice cream flavour they would be.
Reginald Rhombos is an undead paladin, a hero so noble, he's uncorruptible, so true he is truth itself, so dumb he forgot to die. And if he were a flavour, I think he'd be rum and raisin, just because he's that sort of person and he likes to roll his R's.
Excellent. I don't know what answer would be a good answer, but that's a good answer. Shiv, tell us a bit more about Warden and what flavour ice cream he would be. I've only thought of one question this week.
That's fine.
I won't change it at the last minute like I did to Sarah.
Last minute swerve. Warden is a Warforged life cleric. Healbot, essentially. That's what he is. And his favourite ice cream would probably be mint choc chip, because why not?
Oh no, not what would be his favourite. What flavour would he be?
Oh, well, same.
Okay,
same.
Fair enough. You swerved my forensic questioning. All right. And V, tell us about Betty Numpo.
This is a great question for someone who doesn't really know this character very well. She is a gnome druid who has a mushroom on her head. And she is smart, I think, compared to these guys anyway.
Yeah, the competition is not stiff, but
you'll be leading the way
and
there.
if she were an ice cream flavour, she would be mold and regret.
Okay. I feel like we've all had that flavour of ice cream at one time or another. Or have I shared too much? Either way, we're going to get started. Who would like to do a little bit of a recap for those idiots that didn't watch last week's stream?
I don't know if our characters can actually remember what happened. We were whisked away from our private soiree of honorable discourse to a demiplane where we were hired to take care of some mystical shenanigans caused by a pet drake, I think. Though I think it might be a mighty dragon, a worthy opponent in disguise. We bested some mystical pots. They did not answer our questions.
No,
so
indeed.
we carried up and were attacked violently by actual drakes, little tiny dragon people, and was quite violent. And we definitely took a lot of damage. Almost like Richard had prepared for 4 people, and only 2 were available.
Imagine such an occurrence.
From there, we carried on, and we found the most cunning foe of all, a library. Now, Reginald himself has nothing against reading, you understand, but this is a cunning foe. So we have done the only thing we can do. We have matched wits with it by upending every bookshelf we can come across.
Yeah.
We met 2 sage statues in there, one of whom tried to lecture us on things so esoteric we could not possibly understand. The second of which appears to be
Just a bloke.
Yep.
a poor innocent man who, from my notes, is in need of rescuing from a wizard in a stone. Not sure that's correct, but that's what I wrote down anyway.
That's close enough.
We will deal with that later, I'm sure. And then across a third room where I encountered a female statue who engaged me in conversation.
Yep. That's pretty much exactly where we left off. We met Vifane the Beautiful, and then the stream ended. Chris V, anything to add that the viewer might need, or shall we begin?
Let us begin, I think.
All right then. So, yes, you have reached Vifane the Beautiful, who, as you step within 5 foot of her, she comes to life and says, "Hello."
Oh, hello. Well, you appear to be the 3rd statue of which I have had converse with today. Something about passwords. Yes, we're supposed to get passwords from you so the books stop hitting us in the head.
Oh yes, travelling through this library without the passwords will be a dreadful chore.
Yes, you have to throw things and dodge things, and I mean it's actually a bit like an assault course, actually. But yes, if you have the password, I'd be very, very grateful, so I could shout it at my friends.
Of course, the password to the to the evocation library is Fireball.
Fireball. We were close. We were actually close. We definitely shouted fire and elements and stuff.
Vifane the Beautiful looks at the trail of books that you have left behind you. Says, perhaps not close enough.
No, they weren't. They see, otherwise I've damaged my beautiful face. It's Fireball! I shall shout back across the library.
Fireball.
See a red laser just appear.
Don't cast! Don't cast!
Oh.
Did Sir Reginald shout for Fireball?
It's Fireball! The password is Fireball!
Oh, Fireball. Okay.
I would have made a terrible mistake.
I mean, it was discussed last episode, to be fair.
That's a much more simple word than we were trying to find.
Is it safe to enter?
Did you shout the word?
No.
If you shout the word, it works, and you don't get hit with books.
I look at Betty and I'm like, Fireball!
Fireball.
And enter the room.
Okay, as you each take a step forward, You both need to make a dexterity saving throw because you've both said the word fireball more than once.
Were you actually counting?
Yes, I was. It was hard because there's 3 of you, but yep.
I probably said it about 5 times.
Yeah, it's odds or evens. That's all that matters. So, yep. So you're making dex saving throw. You're looking for checks notes 15. I think no 12. I think it is.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, in which case you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as a book smacks your midships. As you walk confidently forward, it hits you in the forehead.
4 points, yeah?
Yep.
Lies!
I rolled a 5.
And
rolled a
Betty
5 'cause
takes
I'm a tiny old woman.
Betty takes at 1 point of bludgeoning damage as she gets beamed by a quite a heavy-looking codex. That only a glancing blow, though.
That seems odd. That's worked previously. I should take a step forward as well.
In which case, you also need to make a dexterity saving throw because you've also said it twice.
Damn.
Were we not meant to say it more than once?
That is a 25.
In which case, you catch the book as it comes towards you, as if you were not really trusting. Vivain says, I can see that you are charming and yet perhaps not so bright. It's important to say it an odd number of times. Traditionally, just the once is enough.
I see. You only say fireball once, or odd number. So that's fireball, an odd number.
Fireball 5.
Not sure he quite grasped that one.
You see his head's just like all like dented and stuff.
Can you tell us how many times we've said it? Were you paying attention?
No.
Statue lady, do you know how many times we've said it so far?
Oh, sorry. The tiny. Are you tiny or far away? It's very hard to say.
Yes, both.
Very well. If you were struck by a book, you have said it an even number of times, assuming you accept the premise that 0 is an even number. And I am an evocation wizard and not a mathematician. But that is, I suppose, certainly the basis under which this, the incantation takes mathematics.
At least you're a wizard. The other guy wasn't even magic.
Yes, he does say that, doesn't he?
He said he was just a normal man.
Yes, I suspect it's one of his little jokes.
He didn't seem like he was joking. He was quite insistent and quite perturbed.
No, Exogar the Conjurer has a very dry sense of humour.
I see. He shouted he was an innocent man. I'm an innocent man.
We're all just innocent men.
Something about a name or clerical error? I don't know.
Oh, you're a cleric. Yes. Do you know what the error might be?
Hang on, let me just... No. He's going to take one step forward just to see what happens.
Okay. Yep, you're fine.
Fireball!
You're also fine. You may safely approach Vifain the Beautiful.
Turn around back to Vifain. Well, that seems to have ended well.
Ended? I suppose so. Although, charming as it is to have visitors, you're going to leave me now, aren't you?
Well, apparently we're not allowed to move you from these stools, pedestals.
I prefer plinth.
Pretty word, plinth.
Fun to say, don't you think?
Yes, not like moist. Apparently moist upsets some people.
So it does.
Gordon cringes.
I can't imagine why.
Basically, I shouldn't.
Yes.
It's fun to say. It is not. I should stress the password to the next room.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is, isn't it? It would be delightful.
Do
could
you
see
know
it.
what the next section is, so we can have another guess?
Oh, well, the next library, just behind me. She doesn't have any arms, so she doesn't indicate with a thumb behind her. But you get the impression that if she did, she would.
Is it like
is
a
the,
cock
got
on the
mage
head or
hand.
something?
Transmutation library. Oh dear, you really aren't a smart bunch, are you? Would that you had a wizard with you, you'd know there are only 4 schools of magic that are to be trusted.
2, 3, 4. No, I thought there were others. I mean,
Oh, yes, but no, not ones that count.
Oh,
that
have
sounds like an argument the wizards will have.
I mean,
Wizard
for
snobbery.
example, have nothing to do with necromancers. I do implore
Oh,
you.
fiendish people! You know, the
Quite
undead.
so.
You really shouldn't trust them.
Absolutely.
Why, if there were an undead here right now, I'd strike him down in front of you, my lady.
Quite so. I can tell you are a noble being.
It's like
Jeez.
that
Human?
artiface. That artiface thing. Warden and I were talking about that. People making artificial people. That's just not normal.
Quite wrong.
Unfair. Warden has a really bad experience with that, from what I understand.
Vifane, by the way, turns to you, Warden, and winks. She hopes you're in on the joke.
Just raises like a thumb. Just puts it back down again.
Right you are. Well, whatever brings you to explore the library, despite apparently knowing nothing about magic, all the best, I suppose. It will be sad to be alone again.
We're hunting drakes.
Ah, yes, I have seen some. As I'm sure I'd say colleagues, but I've never met them. My colleagues would say we only exist when people are nearby, and so when a drake appears, we sort of exist only long enough to witness them leaving again.
Do you count as people still? I know that you are summoned spirits, but
Well, I mean, I count as a person, surely.
if we moved you over to Exegor, you could have a conversation.
But you mustn't move me.
Oh. Seem quite emphatic on that one.
Oh, absolutely.
The terrible, mystical things happen.
Perhaps. I haven't dared risk it. I do not wish terrible mystical things to happen.
Should I move Exegor here? Would that help?
Oh, I'm sure he'd be terribly cross if you were to do that. Perhaps don't.
This is Richard trying to move us off of this thing.
It'd be nice for you to all have friends, wouldn't it? If we put you all together in the same room.
Well, in normal times, we have plenty of visitors. This plane of reality is a quite well-visited library. It's just, you see, because of the drakes, the things are not normal times.
Any hints for not getting hit in the face with a book for the next room?
Oh, I would say the password.
Right. No clues as to what that might be?
I mean, if I knew it, I would of course pass it on, but I do not know it.
Alas. Well, it was worth a try. Thank you so much, madam. You have been infinitely helpful and a great pleasure to meet.
What a charming skeleton you are.
Verily. Right. Off we go.
So it's transmutation then.
Yes.
Uh,
So there's the transportation of mutants?
That sounds close to the definition that I've heard of.
I think it's when you change one thing into another thing. In fact, I think I have a spell that's based on it.
Transportation.
Not that I
magic.
remember.
If you can find your spells.
We could. Or what if we said polymorph? That might be it. That'd be good.
Polymath. Somebody who speaks multiple languages.
That's a.
Yeah.
What's a polyglot?
Oh, hang on. I think you're right. That's somebody who speaks multiple.
What's polyamorous? Is that something else?
That is something my ex-wife says she wanted to be.
I think,
and as well as away from me.
I mean, Betty is much smarter than I am. Can I roll anything that would give us any idea of what the word might be?
No. While
Great.
you know about magic, you have no idea what the password would be.
Wonderful.
So far, they have been inconsistent in that the previous one was Fireball. The one before that was I can't remember. Appearance. They have not followed any scheme or logic.
Great.
See, Chris's logic would be: are they level spells? First, second.
Yeah, you see, if I'd had any logic like that when I wrote the adventure, then it'd have been easy to work it out. But where would the fun be in that?
Because then polymorph would make sense because it's the 4th level spell. So
Indeed.
Well,
I think
I've
that's
said it once, so let's see if it worked.
Oh no,
try.
lady! Let me. I could not have you injured by floating texts.
Well, you are a gent.
Polymorph and steps forward bravely.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
It's an actual one.
And take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as a book strikes you.
Thank you. It is not polymorph.
Oh.
Unless I said it twice and didn't think about it. Hang on. Did I say it twice?
Don't think so.
said
That was
twice.
quite a good guess, though. I'm quite proud of that one.
It has been said
Um,
twice.
Oh no, but not by one person. It's only if.
No, I think I said it twice.
Oh, you said. Oh no.
Let me try it again. Polymorph and step forward.
Please make a dexterity saving throw.
That's not it.
With any other party, adding that level of complexity with the natural one again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, you take
Uh-oh.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. And
That wasn't
then
a book, that was a whole encyclopedia.
the Encyclopedia of Transmutation, a leather-bound tome with gold leaf all the way down the side of the pages, smacks you in the chest. And then 4 drakes pop into existence around you. We've got, what have we got? We've got 2 black drakes. There we go. That's one. Here we go. Black drake. That's another. And then we have a grey drake. I remember how Roll20 works. And we have a white drake. Here we go. Grey and... Now, you see, because of the unique naming scheme I've given these, I can't find it. There we go. It's not a white drake, it's a lightning drake. No, it isn't. That's wrong. Because that would be... That's me forgetting my my lore there. It's not a lightning drake, that's blue. It's a cold drake, that's white. And we're going to roll for initiative.
Ooh, here we go.
And did anybody beat 20?
I did. I got a 21.
Excellent. So Reginald is up first. Did anybody beat 15?
Nope.
Did anybody beat 10? Nope. Okay. Then it's the Drakes. Did anybody beat 5?
Yeah. I got
Got
an
an
8.
8. Oh,
There you go. I'm. Who's got the best dexterity then?
I've got a plus
I've got-
1.
I've got +2.
There you go.
There you go. It's Betty
Apparently.
Numpo, and then last it is Warden. So, Sir Reginald, as you take a step forward, as you are struck in amidships by this big tome about transmutation, as if with one pop, 4 drakes appear.
I see. Grabs his greatsword.
Yep.
I sheathed his greatsword, which has definitely been unsheathed this whole time anyway.
Yeah, he pops it back in and pulls it out again. Yeah.
How about thee? And she'll strike the one to his right as we're looking at it.
Okay. Yep.
That is. I'm on the wrong bit. That is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Awesome. And doing 10 points of magical slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage to Acid Drake 1. Yep.
And then he shall make his second attack at the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Which is natural 20.
That is a hit.
Cool. Many dice.
So many dice.
There's 3 5s in that. That's nice. So that is 15, 17 plus 4, 21 points of magical slashing.
21 points of magical slashing damage. Acid Drake 2 doesn't look so well. Not in a good place. Acid Drake number two. Cool, but the drakes are back. The first one is going to attack Sir Reginald. That's the first black drake. But sadly, unless his AC is less than 13, he's 13 or less.
Alas, he is pretty much pure armor at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say it's all armor all the time. Okay, that, however, is a hit. That's a 24. Yep, that's 1d8 of piercing damage and 1d6 of elemental. 1d8 plus 3. So 9 points of piercing damage, and then 3 points of acid damage.
Okie dokie. Ouch.
And then the Cold Drake is going to attack Betty Numpo with a 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So that is 8 points of piercing damage and 6 points of cold damage for Betty Numpo.
That's not very nice.
And in an approach that will surprise nobody, the last Drake is going to attack Warden, but he's going to miss.
Aha.
It is Betty Numpo's turn.
I'm going to cast Chill Touch at the Drake that's next to me.
Okay. Now, contrary to its name, Chill Touch doesn't do cold damage, does it?
No, it does necrotic damage.
Right. That's going to be more effective against this Drake.
So, that's only a 10 to hit.
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
Damn. Oh no. Oh, sorry. A miss.
Really apologetic to the Drake.
Okay.
Try again in a bit.
Anything else that you want to do?
No.
Okay, that's fine. It is Warden's turn.
Okay. For my bonus action, I will cast Shield of Faith on Betty, so you'll get +2 to your AC.
Thank you.
That kills that. And I'm going to just try and hit this thing with my mace. So let's see what happens.
Go for it.
10 misses.
10 does miss, yes.
Yeah. I'll just go clunk into the
Clank.
floor. And that's my turn.
All right, top of the round. It's Sir Reginald's turn.
Amazing. I am going to, well, not being a man of great many plans, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to hit the one that's looking a little bit more squishy first.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Doing 13 points of slashing damage, magical.
Yep, you slash it to death.
Nice.
And then he shall turn and goes, "This is your last chance to surrender." Okay.
Warden puts his hands up.
That's 24 to hit.
That is also a hit, yep.
Outstanding.
I have one job. I do it very well. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you slashed that one to death as well.
Amazing. And just seeing if I've got any bonus actions I can use that would actually be useful to help my friends out. Yes. Who is looking a little more ropey out of Warden and Betty?
Probably me.
Probably
I would think.
Warden.
Yeah, probably.
I would like. He points his sword at the Drake. Actually, I'll move across and.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
I knew what I was doing. It's a 22.
That's fine. Yep. Sir Reginald, there's something in the back of his brain thinks, yeah. And ducks as a heavy stone-bound codex written in a language that, although you didn't see it because it moves very fast, you do not read. You duck out of the way. You manage to avoid it.
I am going to cast Compel Duel on the Drake in front of Warden.
Okay, I presume it makes some sort of wisdom saving throw.
It's a wisdom saving throw, please. DC 14. But mechanically, how it looks in game is he takes the encyclopedia that he's been holding in his other hand this whole time, lobs it at this thing, and goes, "Oi, you Fang Face!"
Okay.
Do you want some?
The book strikes the Drake harmlessly, but it looks up and gives you a look as if to say, yes, I do want some, actually.
Amazing. So, under that, creature is drawn to you, compelled to your divine demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against any other creature than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds in the saving throw, the spell does not restrict the target's movement for that turn. It does end if I attack another creature, though.
Okay. Very well. That is Sir Reginald's turn. It's the Drake's turn. So this Drake is going to move to engage with you. It's going to make a dexterity saving throw as it does so. But it ducks out of the way of the book. And then it attacks you. That's an 18 to hit.
18 does not hit.
Okay. It misses. The other Drake is going to attack Warden.
That's the one that's a disadvantage because it was the one that Warden.
Apologies. In which case, I've moved the wrong things. There we go. In which case, the one that's attacking Betty Numpo has hit. So that's not worked out very well for Betty Numpo, but that is 11 points of piercing damage and 2 points of cold damage.
Disrespectful, frankly.
And I need to make 2 more dexterity saving throws for that Drake. It takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage, but it is resistant to bludgeoning damage, so it takes a point of damage. More books start to fly. It's Betty's turn with Warden on deck.
Lovely. Betty's going to just sort of like stroke the Drake kind of behind the ear. I'm
Okay.
so sorry that I missed you last time, but shall we try again? Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And I'm just going to cast Shillelagh as my bonus action.
Yep.
$13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
I'm not very good at this today. I'm so sorry. 1 second, and I'm gonna take out my quarterstaff and just sort of smack it
Okay.
in the head. Let's see if that hits. Hey, nat 20.
And nat 20 is a hit.
Yay! Thank God for that.
Don't forget to double your attack dice.
Yes, so that is
Here's something for you.
15.
15
Altogether.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning.
Yeah. Coolio. Warden.
Okay. Gonna try and attack the one in front of me. Do I flanking? Do I get advantage
Yep,
on this?
you do. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's see what happens. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Ooh, yeah. Let's go. That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Clonk.
Yep.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to cast mass healing word. So everyone will get 9 points of heals.
Yay!
I knew he was a healing cleric.
That's what it says on the tin.
Did keep thinking, haven't they got a cleric? But here we are. Excellent.
I was burning through stuff pretty quick.
Hit points being the major amount of that.
Yeah, there was a point at which you were burning through hit points faster than anything else.
And as fast as I
excellent.
could cast. I was like, no.
Sir Reginald, top of the round.
Aha! You have fallen for my cunning ploy. And strike 1 for 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Doing 11 points of magical slashing.
Yep.
And an 18 to hit.
That's also a hit.
Doing 10 points of magical slashing.
Yeah, and you kill this Drake as well.
Cool. Realizing that he has run out of first level spell slots, he's going to really concentrate very hard and use where was it? Forgot I had it until earlier. Harness divine power. Use one of his channel divinities and recover a spell slot.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's running out of things he can cast. And that is my go.
Okay.
Oh, actually, he will step forward. Sorry, so he's helping Betty.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
Oh no! Apologies. You don't need to do that. You're in the. You're now in the. Can't remember the not the transmutation. The one before that.
Is evocation? Was it?
Evocation. You're in the evocation library where you have spoken the password, so you're safe. The white drake is going to once again attack Betty Numpo. That's a hit. Tell you what,
again.
very unreliable hitting, but today it's on, and that is 6 points of piercing damage and 6 points of cold damage. And
Getting
Betty
a bit chilly
is
in here.
once again your chance to return fire.
Well, I haven't been very good at casting really lately, so I'm going to carry on as I was. I'm going to smack it with my quarterstaff again. Let's see how that goes. 14 to hit.
A 14 does hit.
And that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
At which point you bludgeon this drake to death. Which I can only imagine is a very confusing sight as a sweet old lady with a rustic pipe and the smell of mushrooms, having kind of gently wafted at this creature without much effect, just beats it to death with a stick.
Sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do.
Quite so. Quite so. Well, that was all very unedifying, wasn't it?
Ah! Truly worthy opponents at last.
I suppose.
Should be fighting drakes, not books. Books should just stop hitting us in the face. We're on their side, you know.
I'm not entirely sure the books agree. Perhaps there's more than two sides.
There's only two sides of a piece of
Like
paper.
Dice. Or
Perhaps. Yes.
A rock.
Yes, a rock has more than two sides. Quite so. I'm going to miss our little chats when you move on.
Far too philosophical.
Or a piece of cheese.
Yes, or in fact, any three-dimensional object.
Anyway, right. So before we were so rudely interrupted by those,
Yes, indeed.
we were working out exactly whether or not I had said polymorph an even or odd number of times.
We
I
were.
think we'd figured out that it wasn't the word polymorph, actually.
No, I'm fairly certain I had said it an even number of times.
Oh, do it once more. Oh no, but you've just said it now.
I have, haven't I? But I can't remember how many times I said it before. Is there a reset button we can do?
Well, you can always find out if you've, if it is the password. You can always find out if you've said it an odd number of times or an even number of times.
See, and this is why we need you in our party, Vithane.
You step into the library and see if a book strikes you.
He steps into the library to see if a book
Okay.
strikes him.
Yep, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
That is a 24.
24, so yes, a book misses you.
Polymorph and takes another step forward.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
She can take a step to the side, but it is a 19.
Okay, yep. Transmutation for dummies whizzes past your ear, but once again, you duck in anticipation.
You were right, Betty. I apologize. It definitely is not polymorph.
Well, it was worth another go, wasn't it?
Unless they've changed the rules and you have to say it like 3 times, but we've definitely said it more than 3 times, so.
Oh. Then maybe it's in lots of 3.
It wouldn't be that complicated, would it?
I
Now,
don't
why would you think that?
Wizards, I mean, smart people.
Yes, we are.
They usually don't make much sense.
That's one interpretation. We prefer to call it listener error.
Right, okay, well, let's try another word just in case.
Well, thaumaturgy. That's a transmutation word.
Thaumaturgy.
Okay, you take a step, I presume not through the bookcase, but beside it.
Smash!
Just stop. And no book attacks you.
I believe you have solved the mystery. It takes another step forward.
Nothing happens.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
but-
definitely thaumaturgy.
You're a genius.
Taps the metal head like ding, 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 ding. Slightly dented and misshapen.
I pat him on the leg like, oh, well done, dear.
Sorry, we're going to get you back to a blacksmith some point, Warden. Get that all sorted out for you.
Here is like gears of his joints like whirring. Like, really badly. Right, so now... Wait, hang on. This could be a trick. If I say it, that's twice.
Well, we know the word, so if you said it and it hits you, you get hit with a book. You know you have to say it again.
Ah,
That's relatively straightforward, that one.
thaumaturgy.
Yep,
Steps forward.
nothing happens.
Steps forward again.
And a book whizzes at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's a 5. That's terrible.
That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage
Damn it.
as fundamental principles of transmutation strikes you just on the side of the head. You do not see it coming. Just beans you on the side.
You've definitely said it too many times. Say it one more time.
Thaumaturgy.
You take a step forward and make a dexterity saving throw.
What? Damn it. 11.
Maybe it's how you say it.
You take 1 point of damage as advanced principles of thaumaturgy whizzes. You mostly duck out of the way. It's more of a flinch than anything else, but it manages to take the sting out of it, but you do take a point of damage.
Okay.
Wait, so is
Well-
that not the word, or is it the word? And how many times have I said it?
I don't think you've said it at all, Betty. I
Oh.
have definitely said it.
I'm going
Hey,
to go
hang
for
on, how
one
many times
more.
did I say it? not very good with the numbers, as people may have worked out by now.
Thaumaturgy! And she runs into the room covering her mushroom.
Okay, how far into the room?
Uh-oh.
Just sort of running.
Nothing happens.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. So, I shall move forward.
Yep, nothing happens.
How interesting.
I think we've sorted this one out. Lovely.
Certainly hasn't seemed to be. Warden, I'm going to walk towards Warden, so he's within. Actually, I think he's about within my field of protection.
He's currently within 10 feet of you.
Yeah, so
Yep.
can add to. Come towards us. Come towards us.
Hmm.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
And I add +3 to this, is that right?
+2.
+2. Ooh. 21.
Yep, a book whizzes past your head, but you duck out of the way.
Do you need to say it again then?
Try saying it again.
Thaumaturgy.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
I feel like you're being victimized here.
This is bullying.
I shall complain. Shall complain to
9.
that wizard later.
No. Hang on,
Picking
8,
on my poor armored friend.
10.
There must be a librarian here somewhere.
2 points of bludgeoning damage as a book bounces off your head, your helmet. They're the same thing.
Exactly the same. Yeah. Well, I'll just wait here then, I think.
Can anyone see the next statue thingy?
So to the south, there is a set of stairs, and at the base of the set of stairs is a statue of an old-looking lady with round glasses.
Okay. I'm going to charge off to her. To be like, excuse me!
Yep.
Oh, full.
Excuse me!
So as you run
How
forward,
many?
nothing happens, and the statue or the bust comes to life and says, "Oh, visitors, how nice! My, it looks like you've had a bit of a time getting here."
Oh, only a little. So we've both said the word, me and my skelly friend here, and we're fine. But the metal boy is having a trouble with it.
Oh dear, that must be very dear. So you said the password, and you're
Yes, can
fine.
you just say it once more to confirm it, though?
You'd like me to say, "Change is the password." You look very confused, dear. Are you okay?
That isn't what we... Unless we did... Did we say it and we didn't even notice?
Well, I suppose you must have done if you're not being attacked by books.
I'm going to watch the board.
Did we both say
We
the
must
word?
have done.
Yeah, you,
Not even meaning to.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Well-oiled machine.
Bizarre.
So the word definitely isn't thaumaturgy, which is
Oh,
what
no.
we've been... Oh.
No, it's change. You
Did-
see, it's the
did you hear that?
transmutation library. Transmutation is changing things from one thing into another.
Oh, well, you were discussing.
Oh, I did say that, actually.
We were discussing what it was, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Warden, it's that word that she just said. I don't want to say it again.
Change.
We'll step forward
And
together.
nothing happens.
Ah.
Oh, well, that
Correct.
worked out all right.
Aha! We beat you, books.
No
Should have
one's
been on our
smarter
side
than
to
us.
start with.
So you've. Sorry, that's the wrong voice. That's Vivienne the Beautiful. She can't speak anymore. She's gone. So you've had a bit of a time, then I see. Oh yes, no, coming closer. I see. Oh gosh, you've had a terrible time.
Oh, well, that's not very nice. I think I look quite good for my age.
Oh no, not you, dear. No, a young lady like you looks lovely. No, the other two, I think is. Oh gosh, I haven't seen a Warforged for many a year. Do they all come that dented now, or is that Is that the books?
It's the books.
Ah, terribly inconvenient to travel through the library, that way round. Much more advised to go anti-clockwise. I'd recommend if you don't know the passwords.
Is that a possibility?
Only if you start from here, I suppose.
Because
I've slipped into Vifane the Beautiful again. Only if you start from here, I suppose.
Can we see that there's clearly an entrance here?
No. I mean, you can, but it's. Oh no! No, that's a sort of annex. We've annexed a bit of that library for our purposes. You see, there's an awful lot to say about transmutation magic.
Almost like it's something different every time.
Well, quite
See
so.
what I did there? I did a pun.
Very,
Yes,
very,
You did, and it was very good.
very good, Sir
Very
Reginald. Outstanding.
So you really have had quite an ordeal, haven't you? What on earth brings you to the library if you're not being told the passwords?
Adventure, boldness, drakes, possibly a dragon.
Oh yes,
So-
drakes. Oh yes, I've seen rather a lot of them.
Aren't we after one called William?
Oh, yes.
William, not really the most fearsome name for an ultimate foe, is it?
Oh no, but he wasn't a fearsome ultimate foe. He was just the Stratagorm's pet.
Do you know what happened to him to make him all big and scary?
Well, I didn't know. All I know is that the students stopped coming, and then there were drakes sometimes. You see, we're only alive, or rather, we only exist once there's someone close enough to talk to us. It's a
that's-
terribly neat system that means that we don't get bored. You see.
The students weren't turned into drakes, were they?
I have no idea. They might have been, I suppose.
Have we just killed students?
Oh, I don't think you need to worry about it, dearie. You're doing your best, and that's the main thing.
Well, I'd hate to think that was the cause. Yeah. Okay.
Look,
well,
I read them the piece of paper we prepared. Do you remember that? I gave them a chance to tell us if they were under duress, magical influence, or
you did.
in an assumed shape, and they still attacked us.
So we're in the clear as far as I'm concerned in the eyes of the law.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, isn't that the
Morally,
most
we have the
important
high
thing?
ground here.
I think so. I think
At least
so.
they'll never have to pay off their student debt.
There is that as well.
Wow.
Oh no, you're right. If they are dead students, their families will have to pay that. That's absolutely fine.
Well, I suppose, yeah. Generational debt. There you go.
So how many drakes have you seen
Wait.
come through here?
It's the real villain here, capitalism.
Oh, isn't it always, dear?
That's Sir Reginald. I think it always is.
Trouble is, you see, if you try and do anything about it, people point out that you take part in capitalism, and it's very difficult to explain to them that that's a stupid argument and that we haven't an option.
Apparently, if I punch bankers, this is a wrong thing.
Oh yes, no, don't punch them. That's terribly wrong.
See, I told you Divine Smite was the way to go.
That's not entirely what... Never mind, dear, never mind. You're having a nice time, I suppose?
I'm having a brilliant time, frankly.
Oh, good.
I've got
definitely
foes
had-
to vanquish.
I've had worse times, but I've had better times too.
Oh, that's very philosophical of you, young lady. That's very good.
Stalwart allies at my side. Puzzles to overcome.
We even figured out the last one, so we're getting better.
Yes, you almost did, didn't you?
We're very close.
Next time we might actually do it on purpose.
Well, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Are there any more passwords if we take the stairs?
Well, I've no idea what happens up the stairs. Just sometimes people come down them. That's all. I don't. You see, I don't, strictly speaking, exist until people stand within 5 feet of me, and I'm pointing
You did
that way.
say, yes. Well, off we go then, shall we? Shall we, lads?
Sorry, terribly rude of me. I am Sir Reginald Rombos, and I have not actually introduced myself to you, my lady, and thank you for your kind help.
Oh, I've left my name on the previous page. I am Asinor the patient. Lovely to meet you. Worth the wait, I would say.
I would say that you very much live up to your name, because we are not the best students, you see.
We're not
Oh
very
yes, but you're not
patient either.
students, you see. You're adventurers. I know that the two look the same, but you haven't come here to study. You appear to have come here to be hit by books. Students hate that.
Though they're supposed to hit the books, not be hit by books.
Oh, is he another pun? Oh gosh.
I do it one day. Aha!
Sir Reginald is on a roll.
Sounds like a personal best, dearie.
Well, it has been a pleasure, my lady. My
Quite a
companions.
mutual experience.
Shall we? Onwards.
Do we need to take a short rest or anything before we go up these stairs?
Probably.
I was just thinking.
I mean,
Carry
do you
on.
want? You probably should convince
I
Reginald
will.
to stop for a minute.
I think it's a good idea if we just rest here where it's safe for a moment.
Is there a time limit on how long we've got to get rid of William? We could have a long rest if you fancy having a fit.
The one thing
going
you do know is if you hang around too long, drakes appear, suggesting
Well,
that probably
somebody could
8
keep
hours of
watch.
sleep might not you might not be able to get 8 hours of rest in, but you should be able to take a short rest without too much danger.
Okay.
I like my idea better. Just trying to see if Sarah put in anything to protect us while we took a long rest.
Don't suppose anybody took catnap, did they?
No.
I think so.
I feel like a short rest would probably be okay.
I can spend 6 hours in a long rest because I've got a thing called Sentry's Rest, but yeah, short rest will do.
Well, I don't think we're going to have another chance to rest, so I am going to... I'm going to use 4 hit dice. That. 1.
So you're just going to rest here, are you, dears?
Well, actually, we can regale you with our exploits and without even waiting to be asked if tell them about the
How
adventures
nice.
they've had. That did nothing. Okay. Do it the old-fashioned way.
All right, we'll let you. Yes, D&D Beyond's short rest mechanic is unreliable in that it seems to work fine and then it just doesn't, and I haven't worked out why.
It's
I
probably
I don't
something
think short
I
rest
am
has
doing.
ever worked.
In
Short
fact, I
rest
was
has
watching
never
a
worked for me on D&D.
VOD only this afternoon where people had exactly the same problem. So it's it's a thing.
Weird glitch or something that stops it.
No.
Wayne Flick 01, if that is your real name, she listens enraptured. She is incredibly patient, and this is only about half an hour, I should stress as well, because it's only a short rest.
Cool. Right. Well, I am back up to numerically 54 hit points. Pull some dents out of my armor. Help hammer out parts of Walden.
Yeah, we're just helping each other out.
Right. Yep.
Excellent.
Okay.
Are we ready to proceed up the stairs?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Everyone else
Warden, as you do so, please make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Okay, yeah, a book whizzes past your head.
Oh, does it have a time limit?
Oh, you
no,
didn't say
no,
it.
Did you not say the word? Oh, did you say the
You
word
never said
again?
it.
I think he
Did I?
must have done,
Oh.
yes.
I don't remember.
Otherwise, the DM wouldn't be mean like that.
Say it again. Say it again.
Change?
That'll probably do it, dear.
We really should pay more attention to things we say.
Well,
You've
that
been
I
telling
find
me
is
that for years, and I never have.
it's a good rule for young people of all. I think they should all pay a bit more attention to what they say, but nobody listens to me.
They should. You're clearly very wise and very patient.
I've never known what the cut of a jib is, but I like yours. She again doesn't point because she doesn't have any hands, but you get a pointy impression from the words that she uses.
Again, my lady, thank you for your time and your hospitality.
And thank you for your company. It's been diverting.
See? She called me diverting.
I think she likes you.
I was at least polite enough not to say otherwise.
You emerge onto the next floor of the tower, which I have to do a thing on D&D Beyond here. Sorry, not on D&D Beyond. Here we go. There we go. Oops, there it is. Sorry, streamers, I'm bad at Roll20. Yeah, the small landing flows into a larger space covered in patterned ceramic tiles, with walkways protected by thick red carpets. So you can see.
Go on.
You can see that it opens up. There's a sort of large flat area, and then to your left there is a balcony. So stairs lead up like in a stately home. At the far end, there's a wall with sort of half pillars in, clearly style rather than construction, and 4 rooms kind of open up as you walk in.
The carpets are already red. This might be a villain's lair.
Or a celebrity.
A celebrity
villain. As they look at
It's,
each other.
it's the only logical outcome.
Celebrity villain lodge or mansion we wandered into.
Do you think there's another password?
I don't see any books, so hopefully we should be okay.
Could be worse than books.
I mean, not seeing books has largely been our problem.
That is very true. We're not the most dexterous. I to move out of the way.
I don't know. I've caught several books. You kind of look down into touch like several into
Just wedged.
Shall I go first, just in case?
I mean, it's worked so
thank
far.
you. Yeah.
Our lucky charm.
Swing sword. Just gonna
Stepping forward, swinging your greatsword, you have no trouble and walk unmolested into the middle of this open area.
I do believe we no longer have to worry about book attacks.
Okay.
You can see in this room just to the north, you can see that there are a number of bookshelves on the far end of this room.
Whoa, that looks like a
But
trap.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that one, just in case.
I'm fully prepared to fireball the room if necessary.
Take that, books! He shouts as he unloads a big spell.
You're just rolling dexterity saves now. Every time you move now, Shiv.
Yeah. It's just become a reflex.
Yeah, Pavlovian response.
Yeah, I couldn't really believe my luck when you said change again. I thought.
I didn't remember I said it. That's the
I appear to have lost control of my Roll20 token.
It
How
might have been
exciting.
put in. You might need to delete it and put it back in, Richard. If the
Right,
token
okay.
is updated.
Let's see if I know how to do that. Right, I can delete it for sure.
And if you go
I can
to
delete. And then I go down to here, Betty Numpo. Here we go. I can drop her back in. Do you have control of that?
No.
Oh,
Voices from beyond.
The mysterious voice of the one who knows. But while Betty is, I'm presuming, just slightly spaced out on mushrooms again, where would the rest of you like to go?
Well, I think because I found a room, and I think Reggie's going to put his head into this door.
Yeah. Okay.
See if the books are violent.
So,
quivering on the
this
shelf.
small room contains nothing except a substantial bookcase containing a number of books. A moment's inspection reveals them not to be books of arcane power, but instead a collection of trashy romance novels, including the titles Heat and Fireballs, Sweet Sorcery, The Temptation and the Tiefling, and the kind of the best thumbed book resting on the top is called Power Word Seduction.
Nice.
What's in there?
Books. More books. Books of romantic persuasion.
Oh,
Sort of thing you read quietly in a bath. Nice
Well,
glass of wine.
have they got 50 Shades
scented
of Fey?
candles. So it's 50 Shades of Fey? Why, yes, I think they do.
There are in fact 2 copies of 50 Shades of Fey.
Wow.
One of them looks very dog-eared.
I was just going to say.
Brilliant. I love 50 Shades of Fey.
Yes, I think Betty Numpo can have inspiration for 50 Shades of Fey.
Dear. I shall glance over the books and see if there's anything unusual or interesting about them, other than the fact that they are wonderful, wonderful pastiches of Mills and Boons.
It's like the half orc with the shirt on.
If, viewer, you were to buy the copy of it, you can see the cover of Power Word Seduction.
That isn't a selling point. I don't know what is.
There you go. There you go. There is Power Word Seduction.
Outstanding.
That was half an hour of my life well invested.
Someone get
yeah.
writing the fan fiction quick.
Viewer, if you want to write a chapter of any of those books, please don't send it to me. Thanks.
But do send it to the rest of us, because then we'll send it to Richard when he's not expecting it.
Forward it on.
But if you're very good and there's time afterwards, we'll have a dramatic reading.
Can I take a peek in this room? That's a door as well, is it?
In that one is pushing past so there's a heavy velvet curtain. You push that aside, you see a lushly appointed bedchamber. Against one wall of the 25-foot square space is a huge, ostentatiously carved 4-poster bed. A grand black marble fireplace holds a roaring fire. A large red patterned carpet trimmed with golden tassels reaches from the doorway to the hearth, where a red leather high-backed armchair sits. You would guess that this is Straticorn's bedchamber.
Oh. Wow, I found the wizard's bed.
Wait, this is the wizard's personal library?
Yes.
Man of many tastes, clearly.
Is there a little drakey bed in there with a little bowl that says William on it?
Actually, I'll have a look around the corner to see if I can find like a little drake bed in the corner or something.
Do you step into the room?
If I can do it from outside of here, I will see if I can.
Give me a perception check.
I will give it. Right. Oh, reasonable. 18.
Yeah, you can see sort of tucked behind, also on the far side of this huge 4-poster bed, there is a small bed, with a what looks like a bone.
Looks like his William's bed's in here.
But no William.
I didn't see a drake unless he's a lot bigger than that now, and no.
You do not see a drake.
No drake. in there. I mean, not a bad bed though. Not bad looking ways to,
Perhaps we should have taken our short rest up here.
Maybe. Just in his bed. 3 in a bed.
Well, if we barricaded the door, we could have a long rest in there. Or we could just snuggle up and read some books.
I mean, we could just take the bookcase out of that room, barricade us with all his smut, and just really stay there for a long rest.
Oh dear.
I mean, I'm open to ideas.
I'm gonna stick my head into this other room and see what's in there.
Okay, yeah, you kind of peer into a wood-panelled room, about 25 foot square. Many of the floorboards are marred with stains, scrapes, and burn marks. There's a strong smell of burning and acrid chemicals filling the room. Along the length of the far wall are all kinds of alchemical ingredients in glass bottles, vials and jars arranged in some inexplicable order. A few are leaves of plants and parts of animals, many of which you recognise as a druid. And some of them are bits of monster, some again that you recognise, some that you can't place. The rest are just powders of various colours. In the centre of the lab stands a large, heavily varnished, dark wooden alchemical bench covered in mixing vessels, simmering beakers, and a complicated series of interconnecting tubes designed for a purpose beyond your understanding. Across the front bench, there are 6 potion flasks in a charred wooden rack with cork stoppers kind of resting next to them. And on a brass lectern in the far corner stands an enormous open tome. It's filled with, from here, illegible script.
I've found his lab. Don't know if it's very much use to us.
That's a good place to start. Perhaps we can figure out what he did. I say that, what I actually mean is we can mess around with whatever's in there and hope that something doesn't explode on us.
I'm willing to take the risk.
So
Risk
wait,
is my middle name.
Was
So
it the wizard
risk
man?
Actually, it's Brunhilde. A bit of a mix-up when I was born.
Lovely name.
You should hear my sister's name. Arthur.
We will just have to go back to the chat for a minute because Smutfort may be the greatest collection of words I have heard all day.
Build a smut fort.
That's
Waynefix01, go up a level. Congratulations.
Bravo. Take a point of inspiration. So are we all going to head into the lab then? Just check it out?
Or should we keep going upstairs? I mean, I'm happy to just tit about with some potions for a while. I don't know if there might be a sort of deity or overseeing force that might want us to keep going with what we're meant to be doing.
That overseeing force thinks you've got plenty of time right now. It's fine.
Great.
I've only got to E in this alphabet of smut books.
The big alphabet of smut.
Yeah, it's just a big, and then next to it, erotic evocation.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have a good look around just in case there is anything interesting or helpful in this room.
Okay, in the lab.
In the smut room.
Oh, in the smut room? No, there's just smut.
She'll bring out some choice ones that Reggie would like to read sometime, and a couple that he thinks that Betty would enjoy.
Yes, I presume the paladin's paramour gets tucked into his armour.
Absolutely, yeah. I've read it many times, but it's a favourite.
And dangerous druidic deceptions is also there.
Just a bit of light smut thievery.
And Tryst Among the Toadstools also passed on for Betty.
Dear.
So I'm going to have a good look around the bedroom. Is there anything?
Okay. As
Gone
you
in
step
there.
into the bedroom, I'd like you to roll for initiative, please.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's disappointing.
7.
Right. Okay. In which case, it's disappointing, but it's not disappointing enough. So as you step on the rug, woof, you are entirely wrapped up in the rug. Which, is going to attack. But an 8 isn't going to do anything. So Warden is smothered in a rug. Some might call it a rug of smothering.
Would you like Betty and I to roll initiative?
Yes,
as
please.
well? Yeah.
Well, can we see what's going on, or?
No. Neither of you can. You're both definitely out of sight of what's going on.
Oh.
I did roll a dirty 20.
Okay. So we're going to have Sir Reginald. I'm going to bet Betty's going to beat an 8, but here we go. Let's find out.
I didn't.
Okay.
You've got the same number as Warden again.
So we've got Sir Reginald, the rug, Warden and Betty Numpo. And we'll look for perception checks to see if you can hear what's going on, because at the minute what we've got is a Warforged wrapped in a rug that's trying to crush it to death. Something that probably isn't going to work. But Warden, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if this will work. Cast Burning Hands on the rug.
Okay.
This might be over faster than you think.
Dexterity 13, please.
Okay, I'm going to assume. Yep, that's a fail.
Okay.
Now here we have a bit of a GMing conundrum, in that what happens is half of the damage is applied to the rug, and the other half is applied to anyone in the rug. So,
Nice.
do you burn yourself with your burning hands?
I'll take the risk. I've only rolled 7 damage anyway. So.
Okay, in which case I think, yeah, we'll apply it. Why not? Where's the sense of jeopardy? So that's 3 points of damage to you and 3 points to the rug.
God for that short rest. Errol.
So Betty Numpo, I'd like you to roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Excellent. Six.
Okay, do you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay,
don't.
in which case, the more you stare at this book, the less it makes any kind of sense. Cool. Sir Reginald, please make a perception check at disadvantage.
Cool. It's a 13.
Yeah, I think you also don't realise this, but you do wonder. There's one of the things, the spine has been kind of ripped off, and you wonder what on earth that is. It's it's kind of deeply wedged amongst the collection of romance novels.
I shall pluck that out.
Okay. I have one more round to think as to what the title for that would be. Unless, chat, you want to suggest the title of a filthy fantasy-themed book, a fantasy novel, if you will, while the rug is going to attempt to smother the Warforged again. This time that's a 16.
Misses.
It still misses, so it's sort of wrapped around you, but basically not achieving anything.
Yeah, just do it. Fancy hat or something.
You are at risk of suffocating, but I think it takes like an hour before you start suffocating because of
technically, I don't breathe because I'm a robot. So does that?
Yeah, so I think you're all right. Yeah.
Can I just walk out the room with it around me?
I mean, you can certainly try. It's your turn, but
I'm just gonna see if I can just like rip it off.
Okay. So that's going to be a opposed strength check.
Okay. That's nice. 16.
Unfortunately, that's not enough to escape the rug.
Damn. Okay.
Cool. Okay, Betty, make me a perception check at disadvantage.
$18.
Yeah, you hear the sound of a struggle from the bedroom. You think something may be up. Sir Reginald, like you to make a perception check with disadvantage, please.
Cool. It's even better than last time. It was a 5.
Yep, a 5.
Having retrieved this torn book, Reggie will kind of wander back into the hallway, if that's okay.
Sure, yep, that seems fair enough. There's
glance over at his friend and go, "Oh, really, Warden? This is not the time to be playing ghosts."
I mean, of course, there's a heavy velvet curtain over the door, so you can't see him.
Well.
But I haven't thought of a name for the book you're reading, so the title page is also ripped off. There you go. I've thought around it. Cool. The rug is going to attempt to once again crush to death the Warforged, but with a 15. It's not doing it.
That does not.
So it's Warden's turn.
Okay. Oh, what do I do to get this off me? I'm going to try and cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay.
It's only what level? Is that? 3rd level spell.
Okay. So what is your spell save DC?
It's 13.
In which case, as you just about managed to form the components with your hands, the rug falls to the ground as if immobile.
Ah, victory! As I kick the rug.
It does nothing. We're now out of initiative.
Betty's going to go over to the big curtain, pull it aside. And be like, Warden, what are you doing? Stop messing about.
I had a run in with a rug. I point at it on the floor, triumphant. I sort it. I killed it though.
That's just a normal rug. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna go back into the. Is there? I'm gonna just go. Fine. Walk feather into the room.
Okay. The rug doesn't move.
Is there anything else in this room that?
Nope. You've seen everything. You can now see, as you've got a little bit closer, that this bone is in fact carved out of wood and painted to look like bone.
It was a ruse. Interesting.
Betty, I've got you a few books you might like.
Oh, lovely.
And since you've come out of the room, meaning with 5 seconds to spare before the rug came back to life and wrapped itself around you again, we've hit 90 minutes. And so I think what we're going to do is we'll take a break. As a result, you may all now, including the viewers, you may take a comfort break and get a drink. You can do both, unlike some streams. I'm saying. We will see you in 5 minutes or so. I've got notes. It's 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see you in 10 to 15 minutes, where we will return for the conclusion, the final part of Drakes on a Plane. And we're back. Welcome back. I hope you had a good break. I hope you found somewhere cooler to be. It's warm in here. So when last we left our players, they were in the on the penultimate floor of the tower that is a demi-plane of reality that is Stratagorn the Wise's domain. We have tangled with a rug of smothering. We have found a collection of smut, and we have found a lab with an apparently incomprehensible book. That is what we've done so far. There is one room yet to be explored, and if you want to do more in any of the rooms, That's fine, except please don't make me continue to invent Mills and Boone style fantasy novels. I am tapped out.
The chat has been really quite good at it. Hang on, I'll just find you a couple of very good ones.
Deeply just upset by 2 tieflings, 1 chalice.
Thanks, Theo.
I mean, the wizard sleeves up.
I liked the Arcana Sutra. I thought that was very clever.
Whoever thought of that? Inspiration. Yes,
Yeah,
congratulations.
absolutely.
That's very good.
All changed transmutation guide to swinging. Less of a Mills and Boone, more of a textbook, but
More instruction.
Yes. But there we have. Unfortunately, all I came up with during the break was Warforged, which
It's more like more of a tabloid.
is more of a tabloid headline than an actual thing.
Some sort
But
of, like, scandal Warden's been involved in.
if you want to continue to put the names of fantasy-themed fantasy novels in the chat, go for it. I can't stop you. Yeah. However, this cloak will be the death of me. You wouldn't have thought that would be possible sitting down, and yet here we are.
choices were made.
Choices were made. Trouble is, now I've put it on, I feel compelled to keep it on. So, yes, what would you like to do?
I mean, did you find anything useful in that room over there? Good friend. Anything else?
Me?
Either of you? Yes, you both wandered off to different places.
Oh, well, mine's got some potions and stuff. We could make potions. I don't know what they'll do, but it might be a nice way to.
That sounds potentially explosive and a lot of fun.
Maybe we might make something good to kill a drake with, or to de-drakify the. Wait, no, he was always a drake.
Yeah, de-dragonify.
Is he a
That doesn't
is
even
he-
sound. I have
Doesn't sound
decided
like a
he is
thing.
a dragon.
We have established he's a dragon. Yes.
Well, I found books. Here's some for you, and here's some for you.
Oh. Well, I'll keep that under my mushroom. Thank you.
So it looks at it.
I know you're very upset when you lost your last copy of that.
It just got damaged somehow. I don't know quite what happened to it. I think it got. Maybe I left it out in the rain. Anyway, shall we?
I'm going to ask any more questions about that.
Go look at some potions, shall we?
Swiftly move on.
Yes, before we all take psychic damage.
What about you,
I
Warden?
found a wizard's bedroom
Oh,
with a rug.
anything
that-
interesting?
A rug. A rug.
Just
It
a
did
rug.
stuff. Yeah, it did stuff. And
Does
I
he sleep on
stopped
the
it from doing-
rug?
Well,
Does he
there's
not
the-
have a bed?
There's William's bed in there as well.
Oh, is there? I should just wander over. Spoke with. Oh yes, there is. Looks like a wooden bone.
I think there's only one room. Check out,
Yep, there is
unless
one
there's
room unexplored.
I will go and poke my head into that room if nobody else is. Well, actually, I'll let somebody else do because I'm over here.
I'll go in. I'll go and have a look.
Okay. Inside,
No rugs or anything?
there are no more rugs. No, what you see is a load of clothing rails with loads and loads and loads of magician's robes of various different sorts. That's what you see. Your kind of magical senses sort of ping a bit as if some of these may be magical.
I think
What
I
have you found?
wardrobe.
Oh,
Warforged drobe.
That's
Well,
three. Now it's
yeah.
original. That's
well
three.
done, yeah.
Is it though?
Barely
soft
count the first
three.
two, to be fair.
It's more of a soft three.
Has he got any nice dresses?
I mean,
I
they're
think
all
they're called
robes.
robes.
I'll throw a couple out. I'll throw a couple out to the other two.
Oh, I like this. Do you think you'd mind if I borrowed it?
What I'd like you to do is just roll me is it search? I can't remember. What's the 5e skill for investigation? Make an investigation check.
Ooh, 18.
18, in which case, what is thrown to you, Betty, is a robe of scintillating colours, which you can add to your equipment if you want. What that does, can't remember. But,
Did you say there's a few magical items in there?
so that no, that's it. That's the one you found.
Cool. No worries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of it. Might take one and just like rip it and make a cloak out of it.
Okay. Yep. You have a red cloak now.
I like the idea that you've already got a cloak. You just tie it around the top.
Yeah. Now there's another one.
Got double cloak action.
Just keep it out of your gears, because I can hear that can be quite lethal if you're not careful.
Well, yeah, that's true. Just got crunched.
So, are we done on this floor, do you think? Anything else we need to be concerned with?
Smut library, bedroom, alchemy lab, wardrobe. I think we're done. I think that's it.
We should probably grab some of these, because he did say it seemed to look like he needed some fresh clothes. We'll take them down to him.
Okay. If you want to add, I don't know, 3 clean wizard robes to your inventory.
It's a very important note, that.
Okay, excellent. The robe of scintillating colours, by the way, does have an ability.
Uses. Yes, I
so-
popped it on.
Good stuff. It scintillates.
Yeah.
You look scintillating in it.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Cool. As you approach the stairs, checks notes. It's here somewhere. Where is it? So a portal opens. Here we go. So you find a grand marble staircase covered with lush red carpet held down by brass stair rods. As you approach, a small purple portal forms at the foot of the staircase. Adventurers, announces Straticorm's familiar voice. I see that you have made it almost all the way to my Arcanium.
That is, we got you some clothes.
Oh, thank you.
Push it through the...
Yep. He takes them. Wait. See, Bernhard, I told you they would. You hear, very good, sir. You've made it further than many groups, which is excellent. Well, there may still be drakes around. If you haven't taken a breather, I would do it now. But it looks like you have. I'm sure you'll be fine. This is probably your last chance to do so before you ascend the staircases and face William. Bernhard tells me that since you've made it this far, I should do what I can to help you. You are obviously worthy or something. So please take this. It might improve your odds a little. And a wizened wizard's hand extends through the centre of the small swirling portal, holding a small figurine on a golden chain. Good luck, he says, and hands it to Sir Reginald. It is what you are holding is the amulet of Drake, which is it's a wondrous item. It's a drake bone figurine of a smiling man with short hair and a beard holding a small rod. It has 6 maple leaves that glow gently down its length. And you sense that this has the ability to cast magical spells. You can either take it or you can pass it to somebody else. But if you want to take it, you can add it to your inventory as the homebrew item, the Amulet of Drake.
If it's spellcasty, I should probably give it to some of the spellcasty people. Odds or evens? Betty.
Oh no. Another thing for me to have to think about as well as this new character sheet.
Oh, okay. I'm very sorry, my dear, but I think perhaps our good friend, the wonderful warden, probably needs this. He's had a bit of a day, to be fair.
I think so. That's very wise, actually. Thank you very much for being so considerate to our friends.
Warden, if you want to add the homebrew item, the Amulet of Drake, it allows you to cast 4 different spells using different charges. It allows you to cast, and I had to Google these Drake songs, Laugh Now, Cry Later, which is the spell Hideous Laughter, Hotline Bling, which is the spell Heat Metal, Knife Talk, which is the spell Cloud of Daggers, and of course Jump Man, which is the spell Jump. You can cast those. There are 6 charges. The rest of the rules are on the or on the thing. You can you can cast up to 3 charges per action.
Picture of Drake in the description as well.
Oh yes, yeah. The picture is a picture of, for legal reasons, not Drake, just someone who looks a bit like him.
Like Drake, yeah.
Can we give you inspiration?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I will make a note of that. Excellent. I look forward to using that on Betty at some point.
Lovely.
Dear.
Okay.
Right.
So, if you're ready, and you've steeled yourself, we can head up the stairs
Up the stairs we go.
to the Arcanium.
As we're walking upstairs before Sir Reginald bolts and runs up.
So there are 1, 2 blue drakes in the room, 1 white drake on the plinth, and 1 black drake, 1 acid drake, because my naming convention is not consistent. So there are 4 elemental drakes in this space. There is a sort of raised throne area. Beyond that, you can kind of hear the sound of a large creature, but obviously you can't see through there yet. Whatever D&D, whatever Roll20 is showing you, you can't see it. Look not at the picture behind the curtain. For now, you are confronted.
Not the man behind the curtain.
Quite so. You reach the top of the staircase. You see a large stone room with a raised dais on the far side that holds a stone throne. That is harder to say than I remember it being. A pair of drakes stand in the middle of the room, and another pair are slowly prowling down from the dais. At which point, we will roll for initiative.
Okay.
You're going to have beaten the drakes this time. I'm confident. Did anyone beat 20?
Yes. 22.
Okay, Sir Reginald, in a shock move, Sir Reginald is up first. Who could have predicted this?
I'd have had a lower dexterity, but we used a particular way of doing things. So,
did anybody beat 15? Did anybody beat 10?
Yes, I got 12.
Okay.
Yay! Progress.
It's Warden. Did anybody beat 2? You did. Excellent. So it is Sir Reginald, Warden,
I did
Betty
get a
Numpo.
natural 1.
I got a 2. So
Hey, go before the drakes.
So Betty is before the drakes. Yeah, we're in it. We're in the combat. Let's go.
Awesome. I will charge up to the nearest drake.
Yep.
And hit it with. I should draw my longsword. My great
Okay,
sword.
yes. Having taken a moment to put it away, you redraw it.
That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
Doing a grand total of 13 slashing magical damage. And the second one is a 24 to hit. Doing 12 slashing magical damage.
So for those of us who are writing down creatures and weren't paying attention, what's the total damage?
13 on the first, 12 on the first, 25, all magical.
25 all in. So
If I got that first number wrong, tell me, chat, if you were paying attention more than me.
That's more than enough to deal with. I can get rid of that. Too many bits of paper. Here we go. That's what I want as Appendix A. Yes, that was more than enough to kill that Drake. So that's Sir Reginald. Do you want to do anything else, since all you've done is move and attack?
Yes. Realizing that my friends may be in danger, I'm going to run back to Betty and just gently tap her on the hat and go, have some help from my friends up high. And I shall cast Shield of Faith on you.
Oh.
You get +2 to your armor class for the duration.
Okay. Excellent stuff. Warden.
I'm going to move to this guy here. I'm going to attack. Let's go. Ooh, so close. That's a 15.
15 is a hit.
Here we go. And that is 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yep. Womp.
And that's all I'll do for now. That's all I'm gonna
Okay. Lovely stuff. Betty.
I'm 5, 10, 15. I'm going to cast Thorn Whip at the Drake the Warden is currently playing with.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm better at spells this time. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That doesn't hit. Nope.
Okay. There we go. Well, now we know.
Yep. Oh. I'm really not doing very well at spells today. Reggie, can you just deal with these while I have a nice sit down?
And the question we're all asking ourselves is it insufficient magic mushrooms or is it too many?
Where's a fine balance?
Oh no, that's cool. So the blue Drake is going to attack with a natural 20. Here we go. Let's see if we can down one of you before we win. So that is 19 points of piercing damage and 2 points of lightning damage on Warden.
21 in total.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay, nasty.
And then on Sir Reginald, the Ice Drake will attack. That's a second natural 20.
Ooh, okay.
I haven't used my inspiration yet either. So that is
Why did you give him an inspiration?
12 points of cold damage and 11 points of piercing damage.
So
as the Drake really gets hold of you.
Sorry, can you repeat those numbers for me, please?
Certainly, that was 11 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And and
8 points, I think.
8 points of cold. Cold damage.
Awesome. That was very rude. Don't do that again.
It is Sir Reginald's turn.
Bad Drake. Bad Drake. Bad. And we'll attack twice. Once.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Doing 11 points of slashing damage, magical.
Yep.
I will probably stop doing that in a minute, but just 22 to hit.
Also a hit.
And not so big with the numbers there. 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, yeah. This looks very badly hurt.
Awesome. Not using light weapons, so I can't punch it. That's my go.
Warden.
Okay. Ooh. I'm just going to try and hit this guy in front of me again. That's good.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's 16 to hit, which I think does hit.
It does.
And that's going to be, nice, 8 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
And for my bonus action, I will cast my spiritual weapon,
Okay.
which I will just... There we go. That'll do.
I love that you draw your own.
Expertly
spiritual
drawn
weapon.
spiritual weapon.
It's easy
Lovely
trying to
stuff.
search for a token.
It's a war pick this time.
That's it. That's it. And that's
It
my
is
turn.
Betty's turn.
Oh, I'd like to get one spell in today.
Have you got any that they
Nice.
have to roll to?
So probably. There's something in here. There's so many spells. I'm going to cast. I'm gonna look at Warden. It's like, he still looks a wee bit battered. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word
Thank you.
at big boy level because why not?
Ooh.
That's 8 points of healing.
Hello, D.
Enjoy.
Thank you very
I
much.
rolled a lot of ones.
No, that's fine. 8 points I'll take. I will take 8 points at this moment. I will not turn away from 8 points of healing.
Is that everything Betty wants to do?
Yes.
You
She's just gonna hide
Right.
behind Reggie.
Fair
still
enough.
got your action if you'd like to cast a cantrip to attack.
Is that not my action? Can I cast Healing Word as a bonus action?
Healing word is a bonus
Usually
action.
can, yeah. Usually
There
can.
you go.
The more I know. In which case,
Thought you might like
I've
that.
totally played a druid before. In which case, let's go in for some chill touch. That good, one of those good, whichever one I can reach. To be honest, let's see if it hits. 22.
Ooh.
22 does hit. And given this
I
thing
hit a
only had
thing!
1 hit point left, you chill touch it to death.
Bam.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Never
All
been
right.
prouder.
More than makes up for it.
This black drake is going to move and attack, doing so with advantage because it has pack tactics, which doesn't help because that's a pair of 4s. And then the blue one does the same, and that's a little better, with 23 to hit Warden.
That will hit.
So that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage and 3 points of lightning damage.
Ouch. Yep. I'm still good.
And okay. Yep, that is the Drake's turn. It is Sir Reginald's turn.
Reggie will bounce up to his side of his friend, and I will engage the. Is that a black or a grey drake?
It's black.
Cool. First hit. That is not as great. That is a 13 to hit.
13 is a miss.
Awesome. That makes up for it. Natural 20 for 20.
That is a hit.
7. Ooh, that's nice too. 10, 18, 22 points of magical slashing.
Yeah, you kill this black drake.
Leave my friend alone!
Nice.
How things have turned. He had a friend, he was attacking with advantage, now he is alone. Warden.
Okay, for my bonus action, I'm going to strike him with my spiritual war pick.
Go for it.
So let's see what that. Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 25.
That is a hit.
Unbelievable. And that's going to be 15 points of what's that damage? Radiant damage.
That is enough to kill it.
Huzzah.
We're going to stay in initiative. It's Betty's turn.
Oh no! Wait, why? Betty doesn't know we're still in initiative. What am I talking about?
The way we've been playing this.
Massive fourth wall break.
Oh no! There must be something to fight. You think it's that big thing I can see through that doorway?
That you cannot see.
We can't see anything through there,
Can
Betty.
we
What
not
do you
see
mean?
it? Oh,
There's
well,
just,
I'm
a
going
hovering
for
black
me.
space, like fog of war was happening or something.
Oh, can we go towards it, maybe?
Yes, please.
Oh,
I mean, ideally, one at a time, if you wouldn't mind.
in which case, I'm going to use my action to dash towards it.
Excellent.
What I got? 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get me to about there.
All right. You can see that behind this throne there's another chamber. You hear the sound of a large creature.
What?
I think there's another large creature through this next chamber.
Well found, Lady Numto.
Okay.
Then we're going to have... so... Where's my random Drake table? We've got... 3, 2. I mean, you can't see any of this, so that's fine. It's Sir Reginald's turn.
Sorry, excuse me. I think, having heard there is another room, and sounds like there's something else there, he shall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How tall is this dais?
It's about 5 foot, so you could. I think Sir Reginald is up to vaulting it.
Baldur's Gate style.
Sure, I'm one of the cool kids who's playing Baldur's Gate.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cool. Can I see anything past this throne, or is it obscuring my view?
The throne is pretty much obscuring it, but again, you could definitely hear the sound of something ominous going on.
Awesome. Which case, having nothing else to do, he shall remember that his cloak does cool thing and use his cloak of billowing to out behind him.
Excellent. Love a player that wastes their magical item on a cloak of billowing. Particularly when they save it only for the final encounter. That's,
Exactly.
that's devotion to making it no use whatsoever. Cool. That is the original. So it is Warden's turn.
I'm going to go 30 to there. And I'm going to use my potion of greater healing because I'm pretty much in a bit of trouble. So I'm going to use that.
You can see a collection of drakes moving around in this space behind the throne.
Uh-oh. Watch out, people. There's quite a few drakes in there.
Almost thematic.
It is. It is. Some would say this stuff isn't just thrown together. It's Betty's turn.
Oh, did you say there's more drakes through there?
I did.
She's going to move towards the doorway. Oh, there are!
Okay. So looking through the archway, you see another chamber. In the centre stands an enormous drake. Some would call it large. Much bigger than any you've encountered so far. To the drake's right, you can see a glowing purple orb, presumably the drake sphere. Surrounding it are a number of drakes of various colours. Growls the creature. These must be the latest victims of my previous master's hubris. I have heard you. I am William, and this is my drake sphere. That's right, it's William's drake sphere. Told you, don't just throw this stuff together.
We'll have that inspiration back, please.
What's that? You mean I have 2 inspirations?
No.
Like all the others, you will die if you try to take it from me. And then I take a drink.
because that hurt.
Yeah.
Laryngitis.
William may
Oh.
not speak very much from here on in.
Oh, hello, William. It's nice to meet you.
I believe you still have an action left, Betty.
I know I do. I'm chatting with a Drake.
Oh, is that what you want to spend your action doing?
Yeah, go on.
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing this party's done.
Not by a long chalk.
What does,
Fine.
what does your Drake beard do?
danger.
Oh no.
As you look over, he says, "It does this," and nothing happens. And he looks a bit embarrassed. He says, "This doesn't normally happen."
It's fine. It happens to everyone from time to time.
At which
You're as
point,
old as I am. You're used to this.
Nerves. It's
at which point, the drakes charge.
Oh.
That's they have. Yep. So it's gonna be like a drake blockade. Here we go.
Right.
William is not going to move. However, the first grey drake is going to attack Betty Numpo. Does a 16 hit?
No, because I've got 2 extra points.
Because of the thing. Excellent. In
Because
which
of the
case,
thing.
that's a miss. And then the blue drake attacks, but I'm assuming an 8 doesn't hit. Tempted to use my inspiration, but I'll save it for a more clutch moment because that's a pair of 3s. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Theo Blue, I'm not writing iambic pentameter dialogue for William and his Drake Sphere. There are limits to which I will take the bit. But congratulations for thinking of it.
It's so nice to see another DM deal with my fellow players' chaos, even if it's in chat.
Very well, Theo. For the next edition, I will endeavour to write iambic pentameter dialogue for William.
Brilliant.
I might have to kickstart that though, so that I know people are going to give me money for it. We are no, doesn't matter how many times I click on that. That's not the right thing. That is the Drake's turn. It is Sir Reginald's turn.
I shall come around here, hearing that my friend is in trouble, and I, of course, will do the thing that I do best.
Brutal violence.
Brutal violence. That is a dirty 20 against the one in front of Betty.
Yep, that's a hit.
Doing 15 points of magical slashing.
Yep.
Away. That is a 26 to hit on same. Gonna do the same one. I
Same
think.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
That is 14 points of magical slashing.
Yeah, that's a dead Drake you've got there.
Awesome. Can't really do a lot of that.
I was going to say that's a move. That's an attack. Cool. In which case, it's Warden's turn.
okay. I'm going to climb steps. To there.
Yep.
And from where I am, I can possibly see this Drake here.
Yeah, I'd have thought so.
I'm going to cast Bane on him. So that's
Okay.
a. Oh yes. Can you make a charisma saving throw, please?
Sure, they're really charismatic. That is a 5.
5. So he fails. So he's Bane. So he subtracts a D4 from attack rolls and saving throws.
For how long?
Up to a minute.
So, realistically, the rest of his life. Excellent.
Yep.
I think we're all on the same page as to how long that Drake's going to last. Good stuff.
That was my action. I don't suspect my spiritual weapon will be able to get in there to attack.
No.
Shiv, isn't Bane multiple targets? I think
Oh.
it's up to 3.
I think you might be right there. Hang on. Yes, it is actually. Yeah, so I'll
It's
Bane-
anti-bless.
Yes.
Okay, in which case,
So those other two need to make charisma saves.
yep, Grey Drake number 2 is also baned.
Well, remember
The White Drake passed though.
Okay, cool. So 2 are baned out.
Okay, Betty Numper.
I would like. What would I like to do? It's a great question. Great question.
I think
I would like to. I'm just going to hit one with a stick. Because that seems to be the only thing I'm any good at.
Okay.
See if I can hit one with a stick at this close range. 14?
14 is a hit. Yep.
Hey, I can still hit things with sticks. Congratulations to me. That's 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but as my bonus action,
Wait,
I'm
what?
gonna. Yeah, right. I'm gonna use Polearm Master.
Ooh,
wow.
On my bonus. I'm gonna spin it around, smack him with the other end.
You've got like one blunt end.
And that was a bit too much for Betty. She got a bit overwhelmed,
Got excited.
and she didn't manage to get him with the other end.
Okay. I think we'll give Betty the dignity of not asking by how much. Lovely stuff. It's the Drake's turn. So we're going to have 2 more Drakes emerge from the Drake sphere. That is another. That's my whiteboard rubber and not my mouse. They look similar. That's a grey Drake.
It's got to that point in the evening, folks.
It has, and
This is what the heat does
a
to you.
black Drake. Where's the acid Drake's hiding? There we go. So they manifest. This Drake is going to take a step forward and attack Betty Numpo, doing so at advantage but at -4, meaning that.
Go for it, yeah.
Yep, that's a 12 to hit.
No.
There you go. And same deal for the lightning. The advantage, by the way, if that was your question, is because they have pack tactics, not because they're flanking. That's going to be a hit, though, on Sir Reginald. Actually, maybe it isn't. I've got overconfident. 23.
23 will hit. Yeah.
It will hit. Excellent. So that is lightning and piercing damage. That is 6 points of piercing damage and 6 points of lightning damage.
Nice. 12 points of damage. He felt that.
And you hear William go, that's what it does, as the 2 Drakes emerge. That's cool. That's Sir Reginald's turn.
Awesome. I shall do what I do best. I'm trying to clear a way so somebody can get in and deal with that Drake sphere.
Let the murder skeleton loose.
Yeah. So first hit is a 26 to hit.
Is it the blue or the grey?
The one in front of me.
Yep. I mean, obviously, it's a hit on either one. I just want to know which one is damaged. Yep.
Dead.
And it's only 8 points of magical slashing.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm going to hit the one in front of Betty,
Sure.
which is a 25 to hit.
Also a hit.
Wow. Better on the dice. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. Okay. Grey 2 takes 14 points of slashing damage.
Bonus action I can't do anything with. I already used my healing potion, so I am going to, end my turn there.
Excellent. Warden, it is your turn.
Okay, my turn. I can't really do much from where I am apart from which one of you two is looking worse off HP wise.
Down to 23 seems we're allowed to use arbitrary numbers to describe.
Yeah, if you're going to use whatever it is at 1 to 63 scale, then you know.
A scale of 1 to 55. Yeah. And Betty.
I'm looking real nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Betty's glowing.
Perfect. I'm gonna.
Scintillating, some would say.
Oh yeah.
going to give 5 points of healing to Sir Reginald.
Cool. Thank you. Every little helps.
I can't really get through, can't really see anything to cast anything into the chamber, so I'll end my turn there.
Good stuff. Betty.
Yes, I'm going to keep on going with that big old stick of mine. Because sometimes you gotta whack it with a big old stick. I hit it!
Would you
19.
mind if I give a suggestion? If you cast Shillelagh first, you do the extra damage of Shillelagh when you hit with your stick. That's
I do that.
Yeah, that seems fair enough.
Sorry, Richard.
No, not at all.
That's what I do. I did that. That was exactly what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to do all along.
By now, Betty would definitely have cracked how Shillelagh works, even if V has not.
Yeah.
So,
Even if I don't have a clue of what I'm doing.
you're doing
let's
great.
trying my best. 13 with the no.
So, your first hit, your first attack, you gave a value to. It was, you said you hit very confidently.
Yes.
So how much damage, including the Shillelagh?
Lord only knows. Let's go with that.
I feel like I've made it more
I'm
complicated.
just going to add them together, and I'm not confused. It's fine. 12.
12 points of damage.
There you go.
You kill the Drake.
Yes.
There it is.
I totally know how to play this character.
Good stuff.
That's why I'm trying to, without kind of telling you what to do, I'm trying to help.
Much appreciated.
That's Betty has done an action and a bonus action. Do you want to move? Or do you want to use Polar? You can't use Polar Master and Shillelagh, can you?
No.
But Shillelagh's up now, which means that you don't have to worry about casting that each time.
Oh.
It's just
stays on. Yeah.
There you go.
So I just add that every time?
Well, it's basically
That's
you
nice.
replace the staff damage with your Shillelagh damage each time you hit.
Oh, then I just cool, great.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Understand now. Yep, great.
Yeah, makes your
On it.
staff magical.
Yeah, I know how to
and
play D&D.
do more damage. Yeah, that's all right. You said yourself it wasn't. It's not your class.
I didn't build this. Cool, and then I'm gonna run at it. Why not? I'm gonna run here towards the spear because I'm gonna do something.
That's a bold strategy.
My movement. I'm going.
I admire your boldness.
Why not?
Okay.
I did not expect
So,
that.
a few things happen now. The first of which is
She's been hanging around us too long.
Naruto run into the room.
the first of which is no, it's fine. William turns white.
I would too.
So just
Which
running.
means
It's flailing.
and we've got. I can draw a cone, not on that window. Here we go. Objects and tokens. No. Measure. I did. Who cares? Right. We're going to have a 30-foot cone. So he drops his jaw, and a cone of ice cold opens up, which means that everybody in the affected area, which is Sir Reginald and Betty, are going to make Constitution saving throws, as are the two drakes, one of whom subtracts a dice. So that is so they're both affected by whatever's about to happen.
18.
18 is a pass.
Oh, nice.
So
Both passed. Good.
Might still go down.
yeah, might still go down, but it's half damage. What of course intriguingly has happened is I don't seem to have written down how much damage the breath weapon's done, which is a a thing that I should include on the next edition that will clearly have to have iambic pentameter in it.
Is it like
So
a cone
we're
of
going to
cold or
have,
something?
given that it does that much damage when it bites, the weapon is going to be, will have this much damage. So you take 11 points. So it's 11 points of cold damage for everybody in who failed, and 5 points for people who passed. Which means that's 11 damage, and that one is also dead. So this fella. Oh, that was the right window. I have to click back to that. There we go. I will learn Roll20 eventually. Probably not to streaming entertainment standards, but I will learn it.
I mean, don't worry, I'll learn how to play D&D one day.
I suppose that is possible. Yep.
Nah, nobody really knows how to play D&D. We just kind of guess around the rules and remember
There's no
something.
Yeah, and you keep talking until someone goes, yeah, that sounds right. Now, this Drake is going to move, and these two are both going to attack Betty Numpo at advantage. That's 16 to hit.
No.
All right then. How about 21?
All right then.
Good to meet you in the middle there. So that is going to be it's going to be 9 points of piercing damage and 1 point of acid damage.
Ooh. I don't like these.
And last but by no means least,
Reggie, you should kill them.
the Drake sphere pulses with a magical energy, but nothing else happens.
I mean, Betty very much took Reggie on his word about going in there and getting the sphere.
So it is Sir Reginald's turn.
Oh, rat. Yes, but I can't protect you when you. Oh, never mind. 5, 10, 15. We'll smack this Drake. It's a 22 to hit. And that is 14 points of magical slashing.
Okay. Yep. Righto.
Awesome. Okay, second attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18 to hit.
Yep. That's going to be enough to kill it.
Cool. Won't worry about that one. And then I shall slide up to Betty.
Yep.
Honestly, I protect you better when I'm actually next to you. Remember that.
Just thought I'd have a go at getting the shiny thing.
Very impressive, very fast. Where's Warden? Warden! Do try and keep up.
I've only got little legs, and I got all this way.
I know.
Speaking of Warden.
Hello. Yes. 5, 10. I'll get to there, and I will cast. Ooh, I will cast Scorching Ray on this fella here.
Okay.
So hang on. Let's see if I hit. It's an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
He will take 11 points of fire damage.
11 points of fire damage. Lovely stuff.
That was my action. What bonus actions do I have left? Would my spiritual weapon still be around?
Yeah, you haven't taken any damage, so it's a concentration spell, isn't it? So
Yep. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
I enjoy that it moves first the haft and then the blade
And
of
the
the war
next bit
pick.
comes in 2 parts. So it goes to there, and I will hit the same one. So let's see what that does.
Okay.
14,
14 is a hit.
and it will take 3 points of force damage.
Okay. Lovely stuff. Betty.
Yes. like someone who spent all afternoon reading this character's spells, Betty's gonna cast polymorph on Big Willy.
Okay.
That is
Yep.
a wisdom
so there's a
saving throw from him.
wisdom
please.
saving throw. Okay. Does a 19 succeed?
Yes. Can I use my inspiration to make you reroll?
Sure, but I'll use my inspiration to re-roll it if I fail. But we can do
Damn
that.
Okay, yeah.
But it's still worth doing.
All right, we're gonna do it. Here we go. So that's a fail. So I'm going to use my inspiration, and I fail. What does William turn into?
William turns into a real nice little doggy.
Okay, that real nice little doggy is going to be played by the actual play UK logo.
He's
There
gonna
we
he's gonna be a corgi.
The cork. Oh, it's adorable.
Wow.
He's gonna have cute little legs like Betty.
I mean, obviously, he still hates you, but he's just a dog now.
Yeah.
Remember this one. Don't hit the dog, right?
Don't hit the dog. No,
Yes.
just give him a little scritch behind the ear, but
And
don't
be
hit him.
over enthusiastic with your scritches because you might turn him back.
That too.
All right, I'm just trying to find a stat block for this dog. I've got Death Dog, Blink Dog, Devil Dog. None of which are what we're after. So we're going to have to go into the unregulated section of the internet and go dog stat block.
So
Find
you
Dark
find
web.
2 tieflings, 1 chalice.
That's a very specific set.
That's the worst
only
thing
if
I've ever
something
heard.
goes very wrong. Okay, here we go. I've got a 5e dog.
Yay.
I've got all sorts of pop-ups getting out of the way. Okay, don't show me this again. Fine. Read my entire hard drive. I just want to see a dog. Okay, cool.
And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is how you got rid of your banking details.
Yeah. There we go. There's a little dog. It looks cross.
Great.
Its tail is firmly tucked between its legs. That's Betty's turn. It's the Drake's turn. So, here we go. The dog is going to attempt to bite you. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Nope. It's adorable but ineffective.
Oh, you keep trying. You're very good. I'll get you a bone.
The Grey Drake misses you. The Black Drake gets hold of you though. This is where we're going to have to make con saves, and we might get William back. It's going to be fine, Richard. You can still win this. That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage. And
I'm going to reduce that by 6. We're using my reaction. The
Boo.
longsword just kind of smacks it in the mouth as he comes
Okay.
running. No!
So that's
Nice.
2 points of piercing damage and a further 2 points of acid damage, which I think makes the Constitution saving throw DC 10.
No! No!
At which
Don't
point,
like it.
Polymorph
Three.
drops and William's back.
Oh, damn it!
It was
I'm
a lovely
sorry,
play,
Reggie.
though.
I tried.
It was a good play.
It was
Very
a-
good play.
It was a brilliant idea. And then... Nope. The sphere once again pulses, but nothing happens. Top of the round, Sir Reginald.
We were told we should probably kill William, weren't we?
You were,
Right.
yes.
Yeah. He briefly pulls out a piece of paper. William, for you are an intelligent creature. Are you acting under duress? Have we misunderstood the situation? Do you actually need help or under the influence of magic? If so, you can reply here and we can have an intelligent conversation about it.
I will feast on your bones.
Good, that's what I wanted to hear.
Gave you the opportunity.
Sorry. I will feast on your bones and I will eat your flesh. There you go. That's 2 lines of 5 syllables.
The first one is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Doing and 14 points of magical slashing damage, and then I will pop a second level spell slot
Yep.
and smite.
Nice.
It's definitely Smite O'Clock.
It is Smite O'Clock. Just trying to find
Mighty smite.
Mighty Smite. There we go. So it is 3d8. In addition to that. And that is 8, 10, 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
on top
Good
of that.
stuff.
And then I'll do it again.
You're going to do it again.
That's not so good. That is a 13 to hit.
That does not hit. Your
Fair
sword
enough.
comes crashing down on an armored plate of the creature, doing no damage.
Well played, well played.
I'm going to kill you. It is Warden's turn.
Okay, I'm going to take a step into the room. I'm going to hold up my hand and I'm going to cast Channel Divinity Radiant on the door. So, can those three creatures give me, William and the two others, give me con saves, please?
Sure. That is con 17 for William.
That's a save.
That's the Acid Drake 21,
Save.
but the Grey Drake has 5.
Okay, that's a fail. So, two of them will take half damage, one will take full damage. So, that will be 17 points of radiant damage. Half of the ones.
Okay. Yep. So 17 halved is 8. So that is a dead Drake, and that one takes that much point of radiant damage. Yeah.
Radiant damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So
And
that's
for my
gone.
bonus action, I'll move the spiritual weapon over and I shall attack with it.
Yep.
Ooh, yes. That is a filthy 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
And it will take 7 points of force damage.
Is that a dirty 20 that's been reading some of Strategorn's books?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been in the smut library too much. And that's 7 points of force damage.
Yep. That is gone.
Cool. And I will use the rest of its movement just to move it up to the sphere. And I will end my
Okay.
turn.
Good stuff. Betty.
Yes. I am going to. I'm going to hit him with my big stick.
Yep. With Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Assuming you hit, which, as we know, is not
Assuming I
not a
hit.
guarantee.
17?
17 is not a hit.
Ooh.
Oh, he's a beefy boy.
Yeah.
He is a beefy boy. A boss monster, you might call
Oh.
him.
I like beefy boy better.
Okay, fair enough. In which case, he's a beefy boy.
Do you want to use your
Good.
pole arm?
Well, I didn't hit him. I think I can
you
only
have to
use.
hit.
Oh no, when I use it as an
Bonus-
attack. Oh
bonus-
no, I don't have to. I don't have to hit him. I'll try that.
Okay.
Smack him with the other end. I did worse.
Smack the beefy boy
Definitely
again.
didn't hit him with the other end.
Okay.
I tried.
No, it's a good try.
Good
You actually run
stuff.
through
So,
that, so-
I now have to do a fair bit of admin for William, who turns black.
Okay.
And
Acid.
then we've got. Yes, we have a. Well, let's find out what sort before I get too excited. A green drake pops out of the drake sphere. Now, what have I got? I've called that one poison. There you go. A poison drake pops out, and William turns to you and says, "Remember that bit about feasting on your bones? Good." And attacks. He is going to make a bite attack. which is a miss. And then he's going to make 2 claw attacks. Both of which hit, I assume. So that's a 21.
Yep.
Yep, so that's both hit. So that's very disappointing. 14 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, that's spicy. If anybody would like to give me some assistance, I will happily take it.
Don't worry. I'm on my way.
That's the Drake's turn. It's Sir Reginald's turn.
I got a problem. I'm going to stay next to Betty because I want to try and protect her. Also, oh, hang on. Cool. Your shield drops, unfortunately, Betty.
Okay, thank you.
I was slightly worried.
I'll do what I do so well. I will attack twice, once with a 27 and once with an 18.
They both hit.
Cool. I will smite on one of those.
Okay.
Level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie.
So the first one is... Oh, that's quite nice. 13 slashing damage.
Yep.
With 21 radiant damage.
Okay. Yep.
Second one is 11 points of magical slashing.
Okay. Yeah. You land it good.
So I shall cleave thee in twain and then smack him.
And then smack him about a bit. Excellent stuff. Warden.
10 to there. I will cast Cure Wounds, and for 18 points, Reginald gets 18 hit points back.
Amazing. And also, hello Raiders, welcome to the fun.
That was my action, and for my bonus action with my spiritual weapon, I'm going to attempt to hit the orb.
Okay.
Let's see what that does. That is, 16.
That's a hit.
That is going to be 6 points of force damage on the orb.
Okay. The orb, or the Williams Drake Sphere.
Or Drake Sphere. Sorry.
6 points of force damage.
Give it its proper name. Yeah,
I'm not sorry.
That's my turn.
You're
Good
not
stuff.
sorry. You're proud.
Yes, I am.
That's my turn.
Since we've hit a moment in between turns, welcome Raiders. We are coming to the end of these 3 heroes. I mean, we're coming to the end of Drakes on a Plane, an adventure where these 3 adventurers have travelled to another plane of reality, and there's too many Drakes. They are fighting William, the Mega Drake, as he is attempting to protect the Drake Sphere. That's William's Drake Sphere, on the orders of a wizard who is a bit forgetful. Classic wizard. That's pretty much where we're up to. It's Betty Numpo, the mushroom-themed druid's turn.
Oh yeah, I should do something with that. Great.
Betty, you're playing
yes.
the Falls Druid, aren't you?
I am,
Yes.
yes.
You might be able
to
do something cool with your wild shape. If you look under your bonus actions for wild shape, you might have spore form.
I don't.
You don't have spore form. Hello. Maybe it's an action thing.
Not in
Yeah,
my
wild
bonus
shape is an
action.
action.
I'm thinking.
Oh. I don't have spore form under wild shape.
So features and traits. Sorry, we're gonna do a little run around on D&D Beyond. Features and
I have
traits.
symbiotic and features and
Class
traits.
features.
Wild shape improvement. You can transform into beasts of CR half or lower. Don't have there's a fungal infestation if a beast or a humanoid dies within 10 feet of you. That's been happening all the time. We could have had zombie drakes for days.
Oh,
Oh dear.
You can do symbiotic entity if you want to.
Sorry, just a whole river. Please bear with us. V has very kindly joined us today with a character that
This is
she's
not
never
my
played
character.
before and didn't get much chance to sit with, unfortunately, beforehand. So,
I
Every little
will just use Halo of Spores. Wait, no, it's a new reaction. Damn it, I won't use Halo of Spores. Oh, I'm also a really bad reader. My apologies.
no, that's okay.
In which case, I am gonna use. You know what? No, I'm just gonna try and grab the orb.
That
All
sounds
right.
like also a good idea.
I'm just gonna grab it.
Okay. From your understanding of the kind of nuances of William's face, he looks annoyed at you for grabbing the sphere. You're holding the
Yes, I'm gonna
sphere.
grab it.
Oh, Betty.
It's
sphere.
unfortunately it's on the map. It's not an object on the map, so we'll just have to imagine you're holding it. But hang on.
Cool.
Theatre of
Yeah, I'll just sort of grab the sphere, and then I'll try and sort of like figure it out. Like if it's
Okay.
like if it's a puzzle, or if I need to like tap, if there's an off button.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Come on. Oh, 7.
It's glowing. That is Bessie Numpo's turn. It's the Drake's turn. 2 drakes pop out of the sphere that you're holding. A blue drake, or lightning drake. I really need to sort out my naming convention on this. That's a blue drake and a poison drake. There you go. They pop out. And William turns grey. And attacks you because you've taken his Drake Sphere. He's going to attack you 3 times. He's going to attempt to bite you and then slash at you, and does a 17 hit. Does a 17 hit Betty?
Yes.
Cool. So that's 3 hits. You've got some sort of reaction things that give you hit points back. That might be relevant.
I have. Well, what type of damage am I taking? Sorry.
You are taking
I was reading.
piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning. The 3 main food groups.
Oh, I don't think they're any of the good ones. No, I can't do anything with those. That's
Oh.
no fun.
Okay, so that is
Wait, what else can I do? What else can I do?
4d6 and 2d10. There we go. That is 10, 16, 17. 17 plus 8 is
Reduce that by 9.
hard to do if someone says reduce it by 9 in the middle of the
Sorry,
sums.
sorry. You finished
Actually, that does make the sums easier. 16 points of slashing damage and 14 points of piercing damage.
That's a big old
spicy.
And 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As the Drake just kind of assaults you, and I'd like you to make a, let's say, dexterity save as you attempt to hold on to the Drake's sphere.
Okay. That's a 12.
That's a 12. You just about managed to hold on to the Drake's sphere.
Right.
But we're not done yet, because this Drake is going to move around. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes. 3 of these Drakes are going to surround Warden, and each attack with advantage. That is 22,
Reaction.
18,
hits,
and 15.
miss.
So, 2 hits, which are going to be both poison, because that's easier. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11 points of... so that's, 11 points of damage, because there's no difference between poison and piercing to you, is there?
No.
You half poison, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm resistant to it. Yes, that's half, isn't it?
That's half, okay. And that is... in which case, we'll take that at full face value, and this next lot, we'll call it a miss, and we'll call that a wash, and I'll pay more attention next time.
That's right. We're kind of at the end.
We're coming close to the end. According to the timer down here, viewer, we've got a timer that says we're coming to the end here. That's cool. That is the Drake's turn. It's Sir Reginald's turn.
Cool. I will cast Compel Jewel on William. Can he please give me a Wisdom saving throw?
He certainly can. He has failed it.
Cool. He can attack whoever he likes, but if he attacks my friends, he does so at disadvantage.
Righto.
Then I shall hit him with another a great sword attack.
Yep.
That is a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
Guess what?
You're going to drop a smite.
I'm going to drop my last second level spite.
Go for it.
That is okay. So that is 13 points of magical slashing.
Yep.
And only 11 points of radiant damage at this point.
Okay.
And I will hit him a second time.
Yep.
Just to make sure that he pays attention. That is a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
With 10 points of magical slashing.
Okay, yeah. William is looking rough. Like you have been, hitting him very hard with a big sword for some time. That's what he looks like. It's Warden's turn.
Okay, for my action, I'm going to do something quite big. I'm going to blow a mass cure wounds here.
Seems legit.
Everyone will get 13 hit points back.
Nice.
Thank
For
you.
me, which is good. So, Healy heals. And for my... Oh, no, hang on. I took damage last time, so my spiritual weapon would have gone, I would have thought.
Okay.
Say that.
Yeah, let's say that.
Say that because it's been up for quite a while. What else can I do? Well, I've used my action. Bonus action, I'll just cast it again.
Yep.
I won't draw it on the board again. And I'll just say it's hovering over here.
All right. Cool. Betty, give me another Arcana check.
Ooh. 6.
I was going to say, that's not the face of somebody who rolled well. Yep, it's still... you're beginning to think there may be some link to the drakes that keep appearing out of the sphere and the sphere itself. Can't rush these things.
I mean, Verity had put that together. I'm going to run away
Okay.
with the sphere.
Yep.
Betty's thinking maybe there's some sort of connection
Yep.
between William and the sphere. You take it far enough away, you won't be able to control it anymore. So I'm going to leg it. I'm going to dash.
Okay. Are you going to do so in such a way as to leave the area of control of the green drake?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I am.
Yep, that hits you. So that is...
Well, my actual Play UK logo now. Oh, no.
Sorry. The actual play logo is the sphere, which you are
Oh, it's
holding.
the sphere. Great, I'm still
Yes.
holding that.
Sorry, I didn't make that very clear, but I did do it
I
as if I
didn't
did.
realise what you'd done there, sorry.
So that is 7 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage as the drake bites you on the way out.
Great.
Unfortunately,
I'm
you're
running.
too far away. Yeah.
Fine.
Keep going! Run!
Running!
Run with it.
Run, my lady! We shall handle these miscreants!
The
Just
lesser
surrounded
spotted
by loads of
red
traps.
drake pops out of the... assuming I can find it. Yeah, we go. Yep. Bam. A red drake pops out of the sphere next to you.
Oh, bugger.
William...
Oh, no.
William turns bright red. and slashes at the only person he's allowed to with his 3 attacks. It's a Reginald. That is so. A 14 is not going to hit.
Nope.
But 1 bite and 1 slash does. So that is 2d10. That is 16 plus 4 is 20 points of piercing damage. Plus 6 points of fire damage.
Ooh, ow.
And then the 14 points of slashing damage as well.
Reggie goes down.
You did say he had to attack you. That's the thing you did.
That is true, but that is his job.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to pull that face, though.
Fair enough. That seems fair enough. A legitimate face to pull. So that's the Drake's turn.
Got no healing spells left.
So Reginald, it's time to make your first death save.
Cool. That is a 19 on the first one.
So that's a success.
So Reggie is technically a reborn, so he rolls with advantage on death saves.
Good stuff. Warden, you're surrounded by Drakes.
I am. So I'm going to use my second channel divinity, Radiance of the Dawn again. All of them must make con saves, please.
Yep, I'm assuming that
DC
includes
13.
William.
William and the 3 Drakes for DC 13.
Yep. This is the first time I've needed this many dice. Here we go. So, con saves. William fails. Then we've got, what's the DC?
13.
13, yeah. So we've got 2 passes. So this green one passes, this blue one passes, but this green one fails, and William, of course, fails.
Okay, so let's see what the damage is. Ooh, that's not bad. That is 17 points of radiant damage.
17 points of radiant damage. So William dies.
Yes.
This
I
Drake
loosened the lid.
dies. The other 2 look roughed up, like they've just been hit with a big spell.
Okay, so with my bonus action, because my spiritual weapon's there, I'm going to hit this guy with a spiritual weapon. And that's going to be a terrible, terrible 8. That's not going to do nothing.
That is a miss. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's my turn. That's all I got.
Betty, I'd like you to make an Arcana check, please.
Great. 13.
13. It strikes you that if you were to sort of smash this on the ground, it might smash.
Oh! That's a great thing. So I'm gonna, as I'm... will that be an action?
Yeah, that's interact with an object.
Great. I will then use my action to throw it at the steps and try and smash it.
Okay, you catch a really pointy bit of the steps and it shatters. There is a blinding flash. The Drakes pop out of existence. And for a moment, everything
and then I'm gonna use
goes calm.
Bonus action. I'm gonna use my bonus action to throw a healing word at Reggie because nobody hurts my Reggie. That is 8 points of healing for you.
Brilliant.
There you go. Reggie's back
As I
up.
sort of start running back up.
And to sort of peel back the curtain, the timer that was counting down to when we had to stop has started to count up again, so I presume we can play all night. But it is with delight that I say that you have managed to complete Drakes on a Plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Reggie sits up and goes, "Did I kill him? Did I get him?"
You did, my dear. It was all
Yes.
you. Really. Actually, I was pretty useless. You were wonderful.
I was holding these 2 back as you just finished him off.
Strategorn the Wise pops through a portal and says, "Oh, hello. Oh, you've done it. Great. I'll get Burn-On to teleport you back."
Money?
Oh, sorry, what?
You were going to pay us.
And a further portal pops out and Burn-On appears holding 3 bags of gold.
That's 500 gold each, right? That was what we agreed on, yes?
Yes, I think so. That sounds about right. Bernor nods as if to say he's counted them. It's fine.
Right. Well, don't let this happen again. Not sure your students could deal with this. Also, there's some poor blighter trapped in stone by a wizard down below. Might want to look into that.
Oh, Exegar the Conjurer. Oh, he does have a sense of humour. Very well. And Bernor, with a wave of magic goldenrod, transports you back, some would call it teleporting, back to, or is it plane shift? I forget. Either way, you are transported back to the confused chimera, which is now shut, because it's night time. And there we will, for now at least, leave our heroes.
Yay.
Yay! Amazing.
Awesome.
So, thank you so much, players, for playing. I now have the end of stream admin to do. The first thing of which is to say, V, tell us about League of Stoopid. Tell us about where people can find you and what they can find you doing if they do so on the internet. I mean, not just in real life.
League of Stoopid is currently a weekly D&D stream. They are playing Here Be Monsters, which is a homebrew campaign by the lovely Sarah, who is wonderful. You can find League of Stoopid at League of Stoopid everywhere, I think, as far as I'm aware. No one's told me otherwise. If you wish to find me anywhere, then I am on Awfully Queer Adventure, or Awfully Queer, or Queer Adventure. It sort of changes place to place depending on who had usernames. And yes, I might pop up on a League of Stoopid stream at some point soon. Who knows?
Amazing. And Shiv, tell us about you and where people can find you on the internet.
Okay, yes, hello, I'm Shiv. You can find me everywhere at IOShiv on the interwebs, social medias, all the same. And yes, you can find me on the Two Kobolds and Trenchcoat podcast, where we talk about all things TTRPG. And this week we're talking about play by post and how people can get into that if they want to, if they don't enjoy the camera aspect.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And Chris.
Hi, I have been Chris. I shall continue to be Chris, which I've stolen from one of my cohorts. You can find me at Chris Mepham RPG, wherever your media is socialed. Also, you can find me this Sunday from 3 p.m. on Twitch on Some Other Heroes, where we will be continuing our adventures in a spoopy land filled with demons and celestials at war with one another. It's all been very cool, very fun. We got a really lovely guest star as well. You can catch Some Other Heroes at Some Other Heroes wherever your media is social as well, but mostly Blue Sky and Instagram at the moment. Nice. Cool. This has been amazing. Thank you so much, Richard. This has been awesome.
Yeah,
it's been a joy. The only other thing I have to do is remind you that I'm Richard from the D20 Future Show. You can find us on the social medias, except Instagram. I don't really understand Instagram, but the main ones as at D20 Future Show or at D20 Future Show. Who knows? If you search for D20 Future Show, it's us who show up. We are an audio podcast. We are the world's premier D20 Future podcast. I know that because I googled it and I couldn't find another one. So we play a range of games, which at the minute we have actually put out an audio episode, which is a massive step forward for us, I'll be honest. It is a bunch of interviews with some delightful people, and one person I hated, but I won't tell you which, at the that's not true, they're all lovely, at the UK Games Expo 2023. In a couple of weeks' time, I hope to put up the second half of that. After that, I will finally be releasing, thanks to a lovely man who's done some editing for me, I will be finally releasing Jason Statham's Big Vacation live at Dragonmeet 2020 Check's Calendar 2. We played Jason Statham live with some fantastic people from across the UK Actual Play UK community. It was very stupid. I used the word John Wick as a verb. That gives you an idea of the sort of nonsense we got up to. So those will be available on our audio podcast. We're also a bi-weekly stream. We are currently coming to the climax of our Horde of the Dragon Queen campaign, in which I play Bumbleweed Nunglethump, the halfling barbarian with a dream of being a folk hero one day. His axe is called the Gentleman's Cheese, and he, for totally organic reasons, and he has just persuaded a giant to help him. He thinks. We'll see. That is, as you can find out that on twitch.tv/D20 Future Show. We're not on next week. We're not on the week after because I'm traveling with work, making this a very bad time to plug it. But if you find us, if you click us a follow, you'll get a notification. Follow me on the socials. I'll tell you all about it. But now is the last time for me to say you could totally follow this stream if you wanted to know when more of this sort of nonsense and a variety of other sorts of ranging levels of nonsense will be available. So yeah, do follow if you want to. You could even subscribe and give these people some of your money, particularly if you're an Amazon Prime payer. Amazon Primer, yeah. If you're an Amazonian Primer, you can do that for free, but you do have to do that every month, as Critical Role has been reminding us for years. There will be no stream on the 14th, the 15th, or the 22nd. I'm going to assume of September, but on Thursday the 21st, our Delta Green Viscid campaign is continuing with people from Trolls of the Two-Ton Bridges, Realms of Peril and Glory, Gunpowder, Treason, No Plot, arguably the best named podcast in the world, and the Chaotic Neutrals. September the 29th and October the 6th, D&D from The Tales Were True, which is from Modified Roll, Cybertopia, Adventurers Anonymous, Bardic Quests, and Roll Together. That, I think, is some kind of big thing. And October the 13th and October the 20th, Shiver, the horror game with people from Dice and a Slice, Deck of Many Aces, Realms of Peril and Glory, Spectrum, and Tales on Tap. And the last thing I have to do is to remind you that not only are we individually on the socials, but of course Actual Play UK is available on all of the socials. I think even Mastodon, that's how committed they are to the socials.
Wow.
You can find them on Twitter, on Instagram, on Blue Sky. You maybe even Threads. I don't know. I don't Threads. It's not a verb. But thank you so much, viewer, for watching. Thank you so much, John, for putting up with me rambling as I run Check's Notes 12 minutes, 32 seconds over. I believe we're going to raid. I don't know anything about the people we're going to raid. We're going to raid them. They play Dungeons and/or Dragons, and hopefully are lovely. John, now is the time to hit the raid button if that's the thing we're going to do. Otherwise, I'm going to pad. This is me padding until such time as someone tells me what's going on. I'm checking to see if I'm getting a message from John. I don't seem to be. So, I am... What? There was a disembodied voice I talked all the way over. We are raiding.
We are raiding.
Excellent. In which case, you should see that... That's happening now. We have raided. We've raided... You can't hear me anymore. Unless you're watching the VOD.
To thin air.
Unless you're watching the VOD, in which case you get this behind the scenes bit where I'm still talking. I'm a DM, DMing DMs. You can't silence me. Thank you so much for watching the VOD. You're better. Bye bye.